for the Xbox 360 multiplayer, are you not?
I am indeed.
So, so the game, obviously, if you're just joining us, it doesn't come out until midnight, technically tonight, but we're giving a little bit of a preview of what the multiplayer action certainly looks like on the Xbox 360, as well as the PlayStation 3, which is across the studio in the hands of our capable Tyler Weingartner at the moment, although I'm going to try to steal it out of his hands at some point here in the future. But Aaron, right now you're playing
Operation Firestorm.
Operation Firestorm, Little
We're
Rush.
playing a little rush action. We are trying to hold off a wave of tanks, trying to blow up our MCOMs.
Now, this one, you got some tanks, you got some jets here, you got some jeeps. Now, we should also note for people just tuning in that this is kind of the beginning of the multiplayer, so you haven't really unlocked anything with this profile as of yet, right?
We have not, so I'm actually, I don't have any scopes or anything. Looks like I got hit by a tank around there. I don't have any scopes, so this is one of the larger maps with large sight lines, large sight distances, and
so magnification would help.
With your iron sights, I'm currently looking at dots in the distance, but hopefully we'll get some kills in here and correct that shortly.
Excellent. Now, for all of you at home waiting to get your hands on a copy, as many of us are, tonight at midnight, we'll be going live at midnight tonight, again, focusing on the single player. Oh, look at that. You gotta watch out. That guy was close. That guy was not a dot in the distance. You could have shot him. But, yeah, so tonight at midnight we'll be going live with the single-player portion of Battlefield 3, hoping to look to have the PS3, Xbox, and the PC represented. We'd be joining the Xbox and the PS3 version that we have right now for multiplayer with the PC version. However, that one is, as it appears, it's not up and running as of yet. Oh yeah, there's a screen right there. That's what you get if you try to fire it up on the PC. It basically says release date check fail. So we'll be watching that, monitoring that, and the second that we can show you some multiplayer action from Battlefield 3, we'll totally do that on the PC. Right now, Aaron is in a tank.
I'm on the
gun?
coax gun on the top of the tank.
Nice.
Which I think is actually one of the more powerful weapons in this game.
You're currently attacking?
We're actually defending.
Defending?
Yeah. We started in the defenders area. It's kind of cool. You can also blow up like these sorts of things if you get enough damage on them.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Will totally explode, and you can use that to your advantage. Using my zoom mode. Looks like they got a guy who snuck up there in the oil well. Oh, and he's killing guys.
He's killing guys?
Somebody spot that guy. So I can blow these trucks up too, just for fun.
Do it.
Let's get some spotting going. Spot peoples. Oop, there we go.
There's somebody.
Well, let me see if I can kill him by blowing this up.
Oh, he's getting too far away. Oh. There he is right there. Get him. There he goes. Get him.
All right, we'll try and take care of this by hand.
All right.
Oh, that's not good.
No good. Not when you're the defenders. So, Aaron, you got a chance to play this a little bit on the PC, is that right?
I did.
And what'd you think about it over there?
Battlefield 3 is very faithful to, well, the last title that I played was Battlefield Bad Company 2. This is very faithful to that. There's a lot of destructive cover. There is a lot of destructibility in terms of vehicles. A lot of these games are still vehicle-centric maps, although now they have definitely added some infantry maps with tight corridors, particularly on rush mode, like Operation Metro. But yeah, it's very faithful to that series.
I don't know if while you're jamming around here on the Xbox 360 version, if we could take a look at the PS3 version across the studio. There we go. There's the PS3 version. Looking at Tyler right now.
Conquest mode map called Zion Crossing.
Nice.
In downtown Paris. And it seems the most sparsely populated. You know, the expecting the game hasn't been released yet. captures while I try to hold the tank, my team's tank.
So light and dark is definitely a factor in this one. You definitely want to be shooting from
A shady spot?
yeah, you want to be shooting from dark places into light places. Let's see if we can get RPG on this guy. You can definitely be blinded coming out of buildings into daylight, and that can be taken advantage of by yourself or enemy forces. Prone also is a big thing in this game. If you're not prone a lot, you're probably going to die a lot.
Yeah.
And if you start taking fire, if you go prone immediately, a lot of times you can avoid dying and often turn around and get the guy who's shooting at you. Oh, shoot you. Okay. Let's see if you can missile grief somebody.
I'm going to switch over back to Aaron real quick and see if we can see him on this 360 version.
Oh, missile
yeah,
griefing.
missile grief.
Yep, that's my guy.
Bam.
I think he was on the roof.
So this is your first foray into the Xbox 360 world of Battlefield 3. Obviously, a lot of people like to throw them up against each other, and like PC versus PS3 versus Xbox 360. From what I've seen, it's doing pretty good. It looks really pretty. You tell me though. You were up close and personal.
I'm very impressed by both versions.
Yeah.
I think we did a feature called "Where's the Bad Setting" on Battlefield, which is pretty true. It looks fantastic on both PC and 360. So there, I'm taking out a wall there.
I saw that.
Yeah, as with Bad Company, the best thing to do is to go through walls as opposed to through doorways. Doorways give the opponents a chance to give the opponents a chance to figure out
where you're coming from. Oh, do it. Nice.
So that guy has. So the tanks have the main gun round, then they have a coax machine gun on top, and then the tank driver also has a machine gun that they can employ. So I was in a match the other day with a coworker of mine, and we were working both machine guns and the main tank round, and we were both engineers, and we literally wiped out the entire opposing force just by ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's a little torch? I saw a little torch there.
Okay, so this torch is your repair tool. You will recognize this.
Would you run up to a tank and work on it?
Exactly. So although if you work on an enemy tank in terms of deconstructing it, the vehicles do explode now, and that will kill you. But the new thing in Battlefield 3, which I really like, is when you're shooting enemy vehicles, you'll get a message that pops up that you've disabled the enemy vehicle. And when you've disabled an enemy vehicle, it is to your benefit not to destroy it, because
you can repair it, jump into it?
Because you can repair it and jump into it.
Nice.
And then I'm assuming that vehicle will not respawn on the other side because you now possess it.
I gotcha.
And your team is now up several vehicles. All right, that was an engineer firing rockets.
You're in some business. There's some business happening around you.
Yeah. I'm actually standing right on the MCOM area, so they will be coming to me shortly.
The one thing to...
Oh, he armed my charge.
Oh, he got it.
Don't arm my charge.
Oh, there you go. Even got a little promotion out of it. Nice. Look at you just stacking them up.
Hopefully nobody shoots me in the back while I'm doing this.
You're good. You're good. Oh.
So Battlefield is definitely a teamwork type of game. You will often get into situations like that where you will mow through several people, but as you can see, you have your face shoved into the MCOM while you're disarming it. So unless somebody's spotted who's in your area, you won't see them coming up on you. I'm actually kind of surprised that guy didn't knife me. So when you knife somebody, you get the really cool animation dog tag.
This is Tyler we're watching right now. Going to work. So you just got promoted to first class.
I did. You can go to an unlock screen here. I unlocked a tactical shotgun and some dog tags.
I like tactical shotguns and dog tags.
They are, and I've actually definitely noticed in this one that the tactical shotguns and pistols are way more effective than they used to be.
Really?
You're by no means at very much of a disadvantage if you whip out a pistol in the middle of a gunfight and pull the trigger rapidly. People will go down just the same.
Excellent. Well, you're getting your next
And
match.
the shotguns also later on you can unlock slugs and flechette rounds.
Really?
That make them, I think it gives them a tighter pattern and makes them a lot more effective.
Yeah, the slugs will definitely give you some business in terms of range and dropping some people.
Okay, so people may recognize this one from the beta actually. This is Operation Metro.
You got Operation Metro coming up next. Our good friend Tyler, which you're looking at right now, is still doing his Monument Square battle. How's it going over there, Tyler?
Not bad. We're kind of slowly pushing back against the enemy, but otherwise kind of still getting
Feels like it's starting to get a little bit more populated here, so we're definitely seeing more action.
Now, did you start off like Aaron did on this profile from scratch?
Yes, I am a rookie.
Excellent.
I haven't seen any promotions yet, though.
All right.
Perhaps because this is still my first game.
Yeah, yours has been going on a little longer over there.
And you'll get those promotions, while you're playing, not just at the end of the match, correct?
Right, yeah, we saw it flash up on ours.
On the map I'm playing on right now, you can see vehicle tracks where there used to be a vehicle. If you watch early trailers for Operation Metro, you'll see that there was an APC on this map.
And those are the treads left by them?
They have those treads just to rub it in that, haha, you do not have an armored personnel carrier.
That's right, because this was the map they said they had one on that was just too unbalanced with the vehicles.
Oh, that guy just took a rocket to the face. Okay, so it looks like the enemy force already sort of made it up this far. Sometimes you can just run up on this objective.
Yeah.
Yep, that is my dead friend. Sometimes you can just run up on this objective and get in there before they even know what you're doing.
I had great success with that, and then also the thing that you're doing right now, which I think they call it, what do they call this, 3D targeting, where I sit behind the bushes and hit my spotting and...
This is called Hell of Prone. I mean, the reason that this game... Oops.
Do it.
So they should have destroyed that cover so they could see people like me coming and doing exactly what I just did.
And by destroy that cover, what do you mean?
Yep, see this guy.
Get him!
Ah! Didn't get to the sidearm fast enough. They could have destroyed the cover right behind that MCOM station, which I usually do when I'm on defender side, which gives you a clear line of fire on that MCOM.
What do? Just throw a grenade in there? Or?
You can destroy it with a grenade, or I'm a huge engineer fan, although I will also say that in Battlefield, you should never, oh, I got stabbed in somebody. You should never pick a, you can have, so I'm getting suppressor, that's why my vision's going blurry.
I gotcha.
You can have a favorite class, but you should never just use your favorite class
Like
blindly all the time. Every class has its advantages, and you should use those advantages. Engineers are really good at destroying cover. Their weapons are typically a little bit less powerful. But once you get silencers on those weapons, they go back to being super advantageous again.
Yeah.
Because you can flank enemy forces and shoot them, and they don't know where you are. You don't appear on the map.
So all right, for people that are just joining us and starting from zero, what is the benefit
grenade.
of going with somebody that is, assault class versus engineering class?
So the assault class now has the revive paddles and the med kits,
Oh, okay, cool.
which is pretty critical to maintaining momentum in your force.
Down.
Pretty critical to maintaining attacker momentum, particularly if you can hang out right behind somebody who's been hit and just revive them. You also get points for doing that.
Gotcha.
Something that I see people do a lot though. So that guy.
Tyler.
Something that I see people do a lot though with the shock paddles is they'll see somebody go down and they'll just run up and try and revive them without figuring out who the dude was who shot them in the first place.
That is not a.
And then they'll just go down. So if you're going to use the shock paddles, get the guy who got your buddy first.
There you go.
And then revive your buddy if you still have time.
So you're on Operation Metro. Our good friend Tyler across the way is still going
On
through.
this Zion Crossing map.
There you go.
So we're in 2 different parts of Paris.
That is a stick I'm shooting. Sorry, I'm seeing a little bit, just a little bit far away from the monitor I'm playing on. My team is not making much headway here.
Stalemate.
So originally, when I talked to developers, they said they pulled the armored personnel carrier out of this map. It was, wow, I'm taking, is that fire damage? You can't take fire damage in this. Somebody is probably also shooting at me. My team needs to spot a little bit more.
I'm watching Tyler put the creeper on this tank over here, or actually his own tank.
That's my tank, though.
I got guys in the distance. So they're setting up a pretty effective defense on the other side of that. Looks like my team is slowly creeping up.
Nope.
Oh, nice. Got hit by a rocket. So being an engineer, let me see if I can get through these sandbags, actually.
All right.
Oh. I was going to demonstrate that, but apparently I got hit.
By the DC-5 hustle.
Oh yeah, okay, so talking about other classes. Your support class has a very powerful machine gun. It starts off with a bipod. Once you start getting hollow sights for those machine guns, and you lay down your bipod, you're basically like a fully automatic sniper.
That's pretty awesome.
Which is super awesome. The recon class.
What is that madness? I just saw a bunch of dirt fly up over there. What's going on over there?
There's a lot of particle effects and dirt kicking up and explosions. And, a lot of stuff that obscures your vision when you're in the midst of combat, which is kind of awesome in terms of game immersion.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of flare that you get from the sun. Any light source, kind of, you get the flare in your face. So right now I'm crawling through bushes. Sometimes in this game, slow is fast, as they say. If you don't kind of sneak up on your objective, you will just be spotted and killed.
Oh. Any headway on your side there, Tyler?
Still here in the same map.
I see you have you picked up a gun though, it looks like. A little sniper rifle?
Yeah, just switch it up to a scout class.
Nice.
So as you can see, we're down to about 53 tickets now. When you start getting low on tickets, it's a really good time to consider switching over to your assault class and reclaiming those tickets as people get hit.
So you guys, the screen you're watching right now. Oh, look at that. There's an awesome tank battle assisted by Tyler and crew happening in his game right at the moment. If you're just joining us, we are checking out the multiplayer action in Battlefield 3. The screen you're looking at right now is the PlayStation 3 version. And on another screen, we're looking at the Xbox 360 as well. But right now, Tyler's doing some business on the PS3. There you go, Tyler. And having nothing but fun. Later tonight at midnight, we'll be, I guess I should say about 11:45, we'll be kicking off the launch coverage that we'll be having of Battlefield 3. Oh, look at that. He's getting down. Nice. But at 11:45, we got a special guest coming by. We've got Mrs. Violence. Kelly is going to be coming by from the MLG and hanging out with us, playing some Battlefield 3 tonight. We got Homer Abar, who's going to be hitting the streets outside of the GameStop here in San Francisco, Powell Street location. He'll be working the line leading up to midnight and showing the folks at home what it looks like when you are cold and waiting out in line for an awesome game that's about to come out. And then we'll throw it back to our studio live at midnight to show you some single-player Battlefield 3 action. And hopefully from all three platforms, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Right now you are looking at the Xbox 360 version as we swapped over. It's currently on the Operation Metro map multiplayer. I'm watching the skills of Aaron Sampson, who spent some time mostly with the PC one, actually entirely with the PC one.
Yeah.
And
Did
now-
play a little bit 360 beta. Okay, so you have to manage, and again, I was talking about light and dark.
Yeah.
You have to manage it, especially on these dark corridors. As soon as you start shooting, unless you have a flash suppressor,
You're gonna get seen, right?
you're going to get seen. So the flashlights,
That's what we're seeing there.
Big
Yeah.
tip to people: do not use your flashlight at long range. It confers no advantage at long range and gives away exactly where you are.
Although the flashlight can also be used as a blinding tactic too. I was playing another map before we started here, and I was in a shootout with another guy, and he had his pistol with the tactical flashlight on, and pointed straight at me. I couldn't see a thing.
Oh, really?
So
That-
the game
that-
definitely uses its lighting effects for some tactical advantage there.
Up close, I'm sure. Yeah.
If
yeah.
you're at close
even though
range,
even though you are giving yourself away, you're also giving your opponent one hell of an eyesore.
All right, so we are. Man, 10 tickets left. I don't know. They gotta do something there, Aaron.
Yeah, I think we have this one in the bag.
Yep. Tyler is moments away from the completion of his first game in Battlefield 3 on the PlayStation 3. So if you're watching this and wonder who are all these people playing, considering it is like what, 2 o'clock the day before it technically comes out, it is a bunch of people like us and some folks from EA.
it was pointed out that it is midnight in Stockholm right now.
Oh, it is midnight in Stockholm right now.
So we should be getting close.
So it is Battlefield 3 Tuesday somewhere in the world, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Rocket in your face. That is not the best use of a rocket,
I thought that was pretty
but on
good.
this map, it'll do.
So is it weird playing this map now that you played it a ton through the beta?
It's stayed pretty much the same.
Yeah.
They just worked out some technical issues, but for the most part, this map is very, very faithful to what it was before.
One of the other things I should mention is if you're watching our Battlefield 3 multiplayer action here right now, when we do come back later tonight at midnight and doing some single player and some multiplayer fun, we will also be giving away these super cool cases. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see these sitting behind us before we started, but these things are rad. Check this out. See if we can actually see it. So this is a case that goes on your Xbox. So you actually have two. We have one for the 360 and one for your PS3. And this is you might have heard these, the Vault. We had given away some special ones they made for us that sit on the spot and sync. This one, as you can see, it looks kind of like a Claymore. At least that's what the cover looks like. So it goes on your PlayStation 3 Slim or your Xbox 360, and folks, we'll be giving these away later. So be sure to tune back in tonight with our Battlefield 3 launch fun. So you
I got stabbed.
got stabbed. We're looking at Tyler. Tyler, where you at?
We are doing another conquest round in someplace called Karg Island.
Car Island. I like that.
Looks like it's going to be a really vehicle-heavy map.
Excellent.
So I think I'm playing which route I want to take to the shortest vehicle. And I am in a tank.
You were totally in a tank. I'm going to start referring to today as Battlefield 3 Day 0. Oh. My guess is there's another tank there, Tyler.
I think you might be right.
Nice.
Ooh. As you can see here, you can customize your tags.
Oh yeah, I
Your
did.
dog tags, you unlock those. So his actually said Mass Effect 3.
I'll have to get another shot of that.
Flashlights.
I think our folks in the back are working on getting some messaging our way, so be able to answer some of your questions possibly from home. Tyler is rolling toward his capture points. And he is totally at the construction site, getting his business on, keeping an eye out for enemy squads.
See how close I am to a scope of some variety. Nope, not there yet.
So Tyler's got one of them. He's gonna march on in his, yes I can, by the way. I can totally see that. Tyler's rolling in this tank. The tank seems to suit you.
Tank's okay. Makes killing easy.
I like that.
Makes me feel real vulnerable whenever I roll up to one of these capture points, though.
It's crazy, right? You're just like, I'm just gonna roll up here and do this, like whatever.
It's like, that's cool, right?
Yeah, I got this tank.
This may not be the right way through.
Whoa.
That might have been a bad idea, driving over that car in the middle of a gas station.
Let me see if
But
I can.
we're still good.
Let me see if I can quit out and join a map that people have not seen before. So someone's asking if this is the HD texture pack for 360.
Yeah.
This was just standard out of the box.
Yeah.
So we did not download any textures.
Or anything for that matter, right?
Yeah, we just fired it up, put in the multiplayer code.
And said, go, give me some Battlefield 3 online. So yeah, so no.
I think I early unlocked a pistol from being part of the EA Gun Club, which is a website that says, yep, you did the things that you've done.
We are still, meanwhile, watching Tyler just wreak havoc. Oh, that's your own homie right there.
All right. This is a new map.
All right, cool. We got Tehran Highway. Let's check this out. All right, yeah, now we're looking at Aaron again. You keep wrecking shop with that tank over there, Tyler. We're gonna watch Aaron run around this map. I don't think I've seen this one. Have you?
I actually have not seen this map before. When I was playing through the beta, though, at one point I unlocked a nighttime scope.
Oh, really?
So you can use those to see better on
That
these
would be
types of maps.
So there's a question that's coming up. Is there any launch DLC? So there's certain stuff that you get for pre-ordering at certain stores, right?
Yeah, so when I was looking online, depending on where you ordered it from, pretty much everybody
Got something different.
gives you something different.
It's like GameStop's the Kirkland, right? And then you've got Best Buy with something else. Who else we got?
That being said, I think almost everything you can unlock is something
That you just buy?
almost everything that you buy is something you can also just unlock through play.
I gotcha.
I know that the Back to Karkand is only on limited edition purchases.
Is that right?
I think you could. I'm pretty sure you can just pay to get it later on if you really have your heart set on it.
So the only game that I ever got totally jacked on, or at least at first for like, a month or whatever it was remember how they did with Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat had like basically different characters depending on where you went and got it. With that game though, they did release it later, but there was like about a month where unless you'd gotten like all of them or whatever, that you really couldn't. You had to wait until they released it, and I have to tell you, it drove me nuts not being able to do Scorpion's original Fatality for a while. So hopefully that's not the same case with some of the content we're seeing for the DLC stuff that's pre-ordered for Battlefield 3.
Yeah, whoa,
Whoa.
Where are they coming from?
Like right, oh,
Where?
run, just run.
What is happening?
There's something
Things. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about pre-order DLC. As long as it keeps the balance in the game, then you're totally good to go. I think when I played Splinter Cell Conviction, I had some pre-order DLC that pretty much let me go full automatic on all the enemy forces in the game, which kind of was not the point of that game. The point of that game was stealth. In terms of this, I have yet to see any pre-order DLC that would ruin your experience, or anything that you can't just unlock by playing, which I think is definitely the way to go. So, if you're a dedicated player and you enjoy this series, the only DLC you're going to want to get is probably the extra maps, and the rest of it you will just get by playing. Oh, there is a tank behind us, and it is there.
Just taking it out.
So the rear of your vehicle is definitely
More vulnerable?
More vulnerable.
In terms of armor and...
Time to bail. Okay, so I gotta make sure. Oh, so that was a mistake on his part. He shouldn't have actually destroyed that tank.
Because he could have came in and repaired it?
Because he totally watched both of us bail on it, and he could have come over and repaired it, and then had it for himself. Nope.
Oh, don't do that. I'm holding the PlayStation box copy in my hand right now. It says, like right on the box, it doesn't even seem like it's a part of it. It says, includes access to Battlefield 3 Back to Karkand expansion pack. The one thing I'm actually like super surprised by is it's a player one, network players, TP24.
So you see that little icon? There's a drone on the map?
Yeah. Oh, is that what that little dot is? Or that little symbol? Oh, look at that. You see right there.
Yeah.
You're too busy shooting those dudes, though. I don't blame you. Watch out, don't get shot.
Oh, where's this man?
There's one behind you and one to the left of you, I think.
There's a man shooting
Yeah,
at me.
right there. So he's down. There's still one to your right. Yeah, there's a guy back that way, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. I think that this is an area they come down through.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Actually, I think my team is pretty much dominating right now. So I think this might even be kind of their spawn area. But it's blocked off to us, which is good game design. I'm gonna take the corner of that building off just for fun.
Oh, what is that?
So you can see the little drone icon floating over the top of the map. That is it's a spotting drone.
Yeah.
I can fly that over the map. I was told by devs that if you get that thing going fast enough, you can road kill people,
Really?
which I'm assuming is probably intensely satisfying.
And is that like manually you pilot yourself or what?
Yeah.
No.
So you
Like
just
a little-
launch it. Yeah.
little-
Just like it's like the EOD bot. The engineer gets the EOD bot.
I gotcha.
It's a little robot with an arm. And a lot of people don't know that you can actually use it to kill other people.
Really?
And you can use it to arm objectives. So I unlocked the EOD bot in beta, and I was going around the map, and I would get ignored a lot of times by people. They just assumed that I couldn't do anything. So you just drive around. It's got a little mini flamethrower on it. And
Don't mind me.
You just cook people to death. Or you arm objectives.
So now, right now, for the first time in our multiplayer preview of Battlefield 3 today, both of you guys are in tanks. Aaron, you're on the, there you go, they're on the...
So I also want to point out to people that you can get to the outside view of your tank.
Yeah.
Especially if you are driving a tank by yourself. This is the best way to make sure sappers don't run up on you. And by sappers, I mean support class guys with C4.
There you go.
Again, I think that these top-mounted machine guns are some of the most powerful weapons in the game.
It seems like
you use them right.
That's where it's at. Oh, wait, watch out for that.
Where are you? There's also... so when you spot people,
Yeah.
in this version, they disappear when they go out of sight.
Oh.
Where did you go?
So we see one of the questions coming in is, when are we giving away the vault cases? Well, we're going to do that tonight as part of our launch in Battlefield 3 now playing. So if you want to win some vault cases, come back tonight and join us. Let's say, should I give one away now, or should we hold them back? I was planning on giving them both away tonight. So if you guys want to come back and join us with Kelly, aka Mrs. Violence from the MLG, Battlefield 3 is definitely some of her business. She's going to be coming in and playing with us.
Wait,
And hanging out tonight, as well as be having a Homer hit over at the GameStop later on, this right before launch. Just hanging out at the Palace Street GameStop, going live from there, and then at midnight playing some single player, some multiplayer, hopefully across all 3 platforms. Right now we've got the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 builds going. One you're looking at right now, of course, is the Xbox 360, and it is our main man, Aaron Sampson, who is just cruising along a tank.
So my teammate bailed on this tank just because he got a little bit of damage, and
He was just like, I'm out. Did you jump out? You jumped out.
I
And
just
fixed
jumped
it?
out and repaired it. Now I got a perfectly good tank.
Nice. Another question we see coming in, Mr. Aaron Sampson, is: does the engineer class still have mortar strike?
So the support class now has a mortar tube.
A mortar tube.
Yeah, I haven't seen mortar strike yet.
Okay.
Nope. I am taking fire from behind.
You were taking some damage.
Oh, did not.
That is it. Oh no! Oh.
So there's the support class has a mortar tube.
Yeah.
And the mortar tube, you set it up on the map, and you use the map in the lower left corner. And if your friends are spotting for you, you can see enemy forces appear.
Yeah.
And mortar them. You also appear anytime you fire. Wow, I am upside down.
That's pretty awesome. I just saw Tyler's intense battle.
Finally, my reign of tank terror finally ended.
That was pretty awesome.
So the recon class, I actually think you can play better as a frontline fighter.
Yeah.
Especially on the attacking side, I'm super not into traditional sniping. It really, really holds back the momentum of your team, and they have the spawn beacon, which is crazy important for running up and planning near objectives, and then your team does not have to start all the way back at your base if you get wiped out.
What is going on there? Tyler's flying a jet into a building or something.
Yeah,
That was me flying the way a Battlefield rookie often flies.
And then we switch over to Sierra. So the one thing I'm going to throw out to you guys, check this out. I'm looking at the back of the boxes. It says Xbox 360, HDTV, 720p, 1080i, 1080p. On the PS3 one, it doesn't say that. It says 480p and 720p.
Looks good to me.
It looks really good. Yeah, I mean, you're looking. That's the 360 one that you see behind us right now. It looks awesome. Tyler, do you notice the extra 1080p over there or no?
I am not. But then again, I haven't seen the comparison between the 2 different resolutions. But I'm definitely close enough to this TV where I should be able to tell a difference.
Plunge it over. I want to see the back-to-back comparison. There's the 360. Now give me some PS3. Let me see the PS3 real quick.
This may or may not work.
Oh, look at you blowing holes in walls.
Okay, so there was a sniper that was
All right,
suppressing.
you can go back.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I was talking to. There you go. I'm totally enthralled in what you're doing.
So there was a sniper that was completely suppressing my team.
Yeah.
So I decided to
Punch a hole in the wall.
punch a hole in the wall and try and get out that way.
Did it work?
It did.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm now in this area.
And not pinned down anymore.
Although he's up there with a sniper scope.
So yeah, we did the quick changeover. I don't know if you were looking, but yeah, they look both awesome. So
I mean, definitely seeing a lot of alias seen in the railings up here.
Really?
But that's kind of and yeah, that's just because I'm using that as
some kind of
scanning those horizons for silhouettes of enemies. But that's really the only thing that's jumping out at me that doesn't look so great. And this game otherwise looks pretty tremendous.
Okay, let me see if I can make an exit for my team here. My team is currently trapped because a sniper is pinning us down and people are taking our other objectives.
This map is a lot bigger when you don't have a tank.
Cool. So I just blew out some concrete and made an exit for my team.
Nice.
That area.
Well, while I speak for a minority of players out there, I'm surprised no 3D. No 3D support.
You know, we've seen in other games that 3D comes with certain sacrifices.
And they just were like, whatever, we're not doing it. But whatever. Batman 3D, there's no sacrifice there. Batman is just extra awesome in 3D.
Well, I mean, you definitely had stuff like in Black Ops last year where it cut the frame rate in half.
That is for sure.
And that is, that 60 frames a second is something I really appreciate. And seeing as this game is running at 30,
yeah.
If it, well, obviously they wouldn't dare cut that in half because
fair enough.
Play an online shooter
at
at 15 frames a second.
That was Aaron going down and up against a tank. What do you got going on there, Tyler?
I'm just trying to hustle through this map without wheels, and it is a much bigger place.
It is a much bigger place. Oh.
All right, I gotta kill some fools so I can get a basic level of scopeness.
All right. If you're just joining us, we were watching Aaron Sampson playing Battlefield 3 on the Xbox 360 in the moment. Tyler Weingartner is also joining us playing the PlayStation 3 version. I'm sitting here enjoying the action, trying not to rip the controller out of somebody's hands. But no, actually, it's kind of cool sitting here with you guys watching it go down because I'm saving my profile, my gamer tag from some losses. I'm pretty sure just by getting my learn on right now.
I'm pleased to report we're back in the tank business.
Any noticeable glitches is another one of the questions that we saw coming through from the folks at home. Again, I should also mention that, if you guys want to get some questions answered by these guys who got their hands on it, send your questions and your comments through. And but yeah, any glitches you guys know of? Let's start with you, Aaron. Xbox 360. You see anything?
So, hang on 1 second. On the PC side, we were just having some issues last week with the game crashing when you were configuring your keys in a match.
That was about it?
That was about it, yeah. I saw like one time I shot a guy who was parachuting and he fell off his parachute and the parachute stayed there.
Fair enough.
But they're just kind of funny little glitches. There's nothing that would
deter you from playing.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler? Anything over there on the PS3 version?
I won't call it a glitch because I think it's a game design choice, but definitely that's been catching me out. That's a surprise from other multiplayer games I've played, is just stuff like just game design stuff of like terrain that I expect to just be able to flow and run over.
Yeah.
The stuff that's like shin high level rubble.
Getting caught.
You gotta jump.
Yeah.
You gotta put some legwork into that.
I will say that you don't always know what's destructible in this game.
Yeah.
Most things are destructible, but sometimes you'll just, for no particular reason, get up against a wall
that just does not want to go.
Does not want to go.
You did some business. You better get out and repair that thing, though. Are you not an engineer? Was there more than one up there? Oh yeah, did you see him skate across right there? trying to put the move on you, dude. Oh, he's firing on that tank of yours.
What does he think? I'm still in there?
Yeah, something. And he just wants to blow your tank up.
Where'd he go?
Oh, that was... There he goes. There he goes. Oh! Oh! Oh, yeah, but the guy's shooting from behind. Oh, yeah, there you go. Just get out of there. Spin around. There you go. Now you got him. You get the drop on him now for sure. Watch that right-hand side. There you go. There you go. That was awesome, Tyler.
How we doing, Tank?
What's up, Tank? Oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, did he get you? Oh, no, you're up on that gun. Oh, no, he did get you. Whatever. I thought you made it to the gun. That's crazy.
I thought I had to.
That was awesome for Zach. One of the other questions that we saw come in is frame rate. You were talking about 30 frames?
I actually haven't. I'm not sure if we've run any benchmark tests on actual frame rates.
Or the PC?
But I haven't seen any tearing. Even like with tons of explosions going off, I haven't seen any issues.
It's smooth, right? It's super smooth. Even when there's a bunch of business happening, look at that.
Oh, you can take other people's weapons. So if he has like a pimped out kit,
you can take it.
I can take it, and now I got night vision.
Scope.
Yeah, that's why these guys are shooting us so well.
Yeah.
This guy's also got a bipod, which automatically deploys. See how this works.
There you go. A little bipod action.
So my team kind of has these guys treed up in that area. Oh yeah, you can totally see.
You can totally see that guy.
Oh, see, that was a problem actually. So I went out of zoom and my character initiated the bipod retract animation. So when I tried to go back into the zoom, I could not. So I don't know, you might consider that to be slightly problematic. That being said, the attachments are awesome. I love having attachments on my battlefield weapons.
That is pretty good. Weirdo 301, I've been instructed to tell you that yes, we are in fact live, sir. You can't see it, but they wrote a little smiley face right after it, so totally live. And if you're just joining us, we are live here on, I guess what time is it? It's like Monday, like 2-ish, 2:30-ish, something like that.
I got a tank to worry about. Can't worry about the time.
I'm gonna look at your watch.
250.
2:51.
I am shooting a tank that is currently shooting at me.
Wait, and what is happening? Are you killing this tank?
He's mostly killing us.
That is the end of that. Did you win? Excellent.
We won. So you have to know what vehicle, you know, as you play Battlefield, you have to become familiar with what vehicle you're in, what vehicle you've come across on the enemy side, and whether you are capable of defeating them. And it's in your best interest to hightail it if you don't have that capability and move somewhere else on the map.
We were watching Tyler right now pilot his first helicopter.
This can only go well.
This is awesome. You are already a winner, sir.
They have their typical balance with aircraft being potentially very powerful, but also hard to fly.
As demonstrated.
Thank
Well,
you.
the strange thing is that I set my flight sticks to be inverted, but maybe it presumed that inverted is the default, so they call that default. So I was pushing up to go up, and that's not. That is not how I fly helicopters.
That is much like the Freddie W video the other day, inverted.
But here's my old buddy,
You know,
the tank.
Mr. Tank.
If you're new to Battlefield 3, do not expect to hop into aerial vehicles of any type and be awesome at them.
But that's been the case since 1942.
Oh, that's what he was saying. Yeah, if you're new to the series, yeah.
And that's for a reason. I mean, after you play this game for a while, you'll see some people who are really good with helicopters and jets. But you got to respect it because it took them It took them time.
And from what I
to get
remember
there.
from 1942, that was a lot of the people that took the time to like set up a flight stick next to their mouse and keyboard.
There's some of my buddies that were way into, I guess it was Battlefield 2, right? And it was like, oh, I guess it maybe in Vietnam. And they were like straight up, they could do all kinds of weird stuff, like loop-de-loops and helicopters and stuff. And
it's not easy to do. I mean, if you ever watch YouTube tutorials on those guys.
let's take a look at the map that you got going on, because this is a new one for us as well, right?
Yeah, so I'm coming out of, I believe this is an amphibious assault ship of some sort. Sorry, any Navy people who are watching out there. This is a new type of amphibious assault ship.
This looks like, if I had to guess, it would be like an armored personnel carrier that is able to tread water as well. Look at that thing. That thing's awesome.
There's also a boost button. I'm not sure what it is on 360 yet. On PC, you can just hit
Like
your run button.
Over here,
And-
you click
and
in your left thumbstick to get your tank boost.
Yeah, left thumbstick or...
I'm not actually driving. I'm in the gunner seat.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, this is a helicopter map.
There's some helicopters.
Remember to lead your shots.
Jack him.
I can't traverse my turret high enough.
Oh, there you go. He's just
He's above the range that I can traverse my turret. If I was a later level,
he's done.
in the drink.
Take a little swim.
If I was a later level engineer, I have anti-air. Oops, sorry, guy. I have anti-air rockets. Let's move forward. Come on.
My bad. I just
Move.
shot you.
Move. This is not helping us.
What is this? What is happening?
I'm switching between seats, and apparently my teammate has decided that he wants to sit on the landing pad.
There's a question out there, and I don't know that we do necessarily. Obviously, actually, you know what? I have a whole list of all the weapons, but I wonder if it's the last one on the list. But yeah, do you guys know what the veteran weapon is yet? Like, what is the last gun you unlock?
I got a tank to deal with.
Deal with the tank.
Here's something that you should think about, though, is in Battlefield 3, as in other Battlefield games, why is my teammate not shooting? Don't just get the next weapon. A lot of times when you unlock a weapon, it's actually better for you to stick with the one you have and unlock attachments.
I gotcha.
Because otherwise you're always dealing with a weapon that doesn't have any good
All the
attachments
stuff,
on it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really help you too much. Let's see if I can knife this guy.
Whatever, burn him.
Knife, take your dog tags, let his buddy.
I want to see you pull out the torch and torch someone.
Oh, that's my guy who's
There you go.
cowering in the corner for some reason. Come on, let's see some offensive spirit here, guys.
All right, you were talking a little bit,
There's a tank there. That's why he's cowering.
oh man,
Run away from tank.
you got away. Good job.
Oh,
that's your
my
boy.
guy. Sorry, my bad.
I love how you just.
Kill it with a rocket.
Nice.
There's no disadvantage. I know it's not great play style, but there's no disadvantage if you come around a corner and a guy surprises you. Plug him full of bullets. If he's your friend, you won't hurt him.
Okay.
And if he's your enemy, you already have a couple shots on the guy before he gets shots on you.
So be quick. Not necessarily quick over for sure. No real.
There's no harm in shooting
No friendly
people.
fire. Look at that. That's
No.
what I'm talking about, Aaron Sampson.
No harm at all in shooting people who come around corners on you. It's their fault for surprising you.
So this is kind of an interesting little map. Seems like there's more action on this one.
Oh.
Is it a little smaller than the other ones?
No, so this is, I think they started doing this in Battlefield 2's Vietnam expansion pack,
Yeah.
where they made it a lot tighter. So you are fighting for very specific zones
Oh, okay.
at any given time. Although actually, yep, that's my guy.
It's kind of like domination.
We're doing conquest mode, so it's a little bit more open on this one. When you're doing rush mode, it's definitely much more focused. That stopped, so that means they have guys here.
So I'll ask a question that I see here. It's what comes with the limited edition versus standard? Do you by any chance know, sir?
I believe that's the Back to Karkin expansion.
Okay.
Oh, guy trying to flank me. Oh, and I reloaded at the wrong time. Oh, get
There
you
you
my
go.
pistol.
Pistol going to work.
So that's what I'm talking about in this game. Oh, I got a knife. Pistols are actually pretty powerful.
Yeah, you're laying it down. there.
Four pistols, they are not dinky in this game.
That is cool. Yeah, there's some range there. The guy wasn't like right next to you or anything. So I guess to remind the folks again, all right, so we're watching Tyler. Oh, double tank action.
Yeah, he got the jump on me. So then it just became a...
What is going on with you,
It's
tank?
impressive.
Oh, okay. I think I know what's going on here. I wonder if our tank is disabled. Are you disabled, tank?
As we watch Aaron try to repair his tank. I still want to see you use the torch on somebody.
I'll try to.
Totally.
This tank? Okay, this tank became drivable.
Excellent.
Now I just have to figure out. I don't know what button yet switches turrets.
There's your boost.
Nope,
LS
that's not
boost.
turret. That's not turret.
Oh my goodness.
I don't. If I could switch turrets, I would gun this guy down. I just have to figure out. I just have to figure out what button it is.
There you go.
It's the weapon switch button. So for you, it's probably
Little triangle.
Y.
There you go. A little Y.
That looks like I got a buddy who jumped in there. Don't beep at me just because I have 55%.
I'm hearing the sounds of tank death over there.
He's at 55. He's fixing it up.
All right, let me see if my weapon switch button does it. Let's see. Brake, reverse, boost. Where's my turret switch? That's what I want. I want to get my turret. Not that, not that. Oh.
What are
Oh.
we? Oh.
Somebody must be in
Yeah,
the
he
turret.
must be in it.
Somebody must also be in the driver's seat now. All right, I got it. Okay. So,
Whatever, you should be running out there and burning him with your torch anyways.
all right, guy in my turret, do work.
He's shelling the wall. He's blowing some stuff up.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
Oh.
Blow up walls. Boost.
What about you, Tyler? What are you doing over there?
Trying to keep us from losing this match here.
Really?
They've definitely made a big push against us in the second half.
Oh, hit him through the wall. Didn't quite get him.
All right. Well, Aaron's respawning. We're taking out Tyler's action down there. So he's that's the construction site. They are holding that secure. Has the helicopters been decisive in your match over there, Tyler?
It's mostly been the tank that has been the deciding factor. I think because most people are still learning, much as I've been, how to fly the helicopter without crashing.
I'm gonna head up to the top of the aircraft carrier and see if there's any air vehicles, such as helicopters and/or jets. This might just be a helicopter map. Oh, I do want to. Oh, I got a helicopter. All right, this is my first time trying the new helicopter controls.
Do it, Aaron.
Ah, I seem to have a minigun of some sort.
There's a tank down there. You should throw some rockets at him.
I'm on a little bird, so I don't think I have that.
You totally do, right? You got rockets?
Oh, there's locks going on.
Do not crash this helicopter.
There's locks.
There you go. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Oh.
How did you get out and not die?
I just skills.
Did you push the get out button?
I just stepped out.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You hit the, I want to get out.
If you time it right.
that was pretty awesome. You stepped right
I'm
out
out of here.
Exploded. What was that, Tyler?
Jumping out of this perfectly not so good helicopter.
Okay.
Is bailing out over water still a viable option?
If you want to swim. There is a boost, I believe, with the swim too. It's kind of nice.
Get your extra swimming on.
Yeah. All right.
Military vehicles have a lot more boost in this game than I remember.
If I recall correctly, my teammate is driving straight into a tank, which is a thing that he's doing.
All right, to remind the folks at home, the map we're looking at currently is called what, Tyler?
This is Karg Island.
Karg Island.
It's definitely a vehicle-heavy map, conquest mode.
Conquest. And that is being played on the PS3. We also have Mr. Aaron Sampson, who is playing this
No Share Canals.
No Share Canals.
No Share Canals on Conquest.
Excellent.
My team is not having much luck in establishing a beachhead. I'm going to try and grab one of the rear objectives.
If you are just joining us, this is us checking out the Battlefield 3 multiplayer action, both on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Tonight at midnight, we'll be going live with a look at the single-player version, hopefully on all 3 platforms, as well as some multiplayer fun later tonight. Joining us will be Kelly, also known as Mrs. Violence from the MLG, who's got some Battlefield 3 skills, as she has shown us and displayed. I've been watching The Controller, Episode 1. They got their hands on it, and there you go. There's the round for you, Mr. Aaron Sampson.
Did not go well.
Your team lost.
Not gonna lie, I've had better matches.
We're looking over this way at Mr. Tyler Weingartner, who's running through, trying to complete his match. Another question comes up: are there other modes besides Rush and Conquest?
There's Team Deathmatch. Oh no, yeah, Squad. Okay, wait. There's a mode. I can't remember the exact names. There's a mode where it's squad on squad in a deathmatch.
Squad on squad in a deathmatch, yeah. 4 dudes on 4 dudes?
I believe, yeah, two full squads against each other.
Uh-huh.
That's back from Bad Company 2. There also may be a straight team deathmatch.
You want to pop out and see?
Yeah.
Can you see that stuff? Yeah? Let's take a look.
I've mostly just been playing Rush and Conquest. Those are definitely my 2 favored modes.
It's like, I could do some free-for-all, though. Like, give me a small map and, like, let me, But that's kind of not what this game's about, really, huh? It's all about the team.
Battlefield's all about the team regardless. Oh, we're going to Caspian Border.
Oh, you have to stay here.
All right.
I like the Caspian Border.
I apologize. I will get back to everybody on
that
the names of those modes.
We will get back to that.
But I do know that there's the squad versus squad small map mode that's back from Battlefield Bad Company 2.
And as far as you know, those are the 3, though, Conquest, Rush, and that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes is the answer to your question. There is one more. Right now we're looking at Tyler Weingartner's screen as he's getting his deployment on, getting out there. And this is
if you'll notice, nobody on my team has a scope on their weapon currently, which means
oh yeah, this is everybody's first time.
they're like us. They may have unlocked stuff in the past, but that was all wiped.
So this is let's switch over real quick to look at Aaron's game real quick, because on Aaron's game, the one he's just starting, there you go. That is this is actually one of the other beta maps that was available on the PC only, correct?
That is correct.
I did get a chance to try some of this fun, and I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of the jets. There are squad deathmatch, team deathmatch, and squad rush modes.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Minus the names.
There you go.
I'm just going to shout whoopee as I do this.
It looks so fun.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, it stayed up.
Oh, I got some damage.
That Jeep is worth the way. Yeah, let me say, that Jeep is not doing so good anymore.
Let me see if I can capture one of their rear points. Oh, they're all going to be right there.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, I hit a apparently shin-high wall, and my Jeep didn't like it.
Don't hit shin. There's a pro tip for you. Don't hit shin-high walls. Tyler, how you doing over there?
Toughing it out.
Toughing it out?
I'm going to spawn on a man called He Has a Face. And I'm glad that he has a face, because life is difficult when you do not have one.
It's true. We've got 2 in.
But we got them down to 15 tickets, so.
Oh, wait, universal wait for me.
Oh!
Universal wait for
Man,
me.
you see him? He's just like, whatever, I got to try. Oh, I can't believe you got it. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, what are you doing?
I'm going for that one. Skydive. I'm getting my own helicopter.
That was easily the most explosive moment in the entire thing I've seen so far. That's awesome. Oh, you're just skating the helicopter across. Gee, that's awesome.
Shoot objectives with things.
See,
like
look at
rockets.
that. Rockets. What I tell you.
Give me your objectives. All your objectives are mine. Oh no, locks. Not locks. Where's my flares? Where are my flares at?
I don't know. You got a bunch of.
Where's my
Oh,
flare?
you just.
Where's my flare button?
I love the skydiving.
I'm assuming there's probably somebody behind me shooting at me.
I'm pretty sure there's people all around you shooting at you, actually.
All right, don't be in there.
So that's the one thing I can't believe. You kind of can't cook grenades. You know that?
So far, every time I've tried to cook grenades, I've just thrown them.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you can practice right now. Like, I guarantee it. At least not if they changed it in the build this morning, because I was trying it and it was like, regardless of how long I was hanging on to it, it didn't, like, never blew up in my hand, you know?
Probably a reason I'm not holding onto this checkpoint. And that is because there's probably more of them than there are of me right here. It'd be awfully nice if whoever is in this objective with me, if they, you know, ran off to another objective.
The, we're watching right now Tyler Weingartner winding down in the bottom part of his
stages
match.
of the map, and actually this looks like it could be a real push right to the end, because we've got 8 tickets and they have 9.
Is close.
I am stalled on objective capture.
All right.
That
We're
means-
watching 5-7. 5-6.
Oh, that's why. There's a tank here. Hi, tank.
Four, 6. Looks like some of our viewers out there.
Oh, so we totally did what I was talking about.
What? 4-4 right now, Tyler.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. Fire. Why? I have no bullets. No. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. There you go. Ah. Wait, he didn't die. Die. Haha.
4-2. 4-1. Oh, that's
Just
it.
barely.
That's awesome. Your team totally won, Tyler. The business we're looking at now is our good friend Aaron Sampson on the 360. Where's you guys match
Back
at?
in the tank.
Yes.
So we are in. Oh.
So one of the questions that you might be wondering, as I see some of you are, whether in the comments or the questions we're getting in here, do we know when the reviews are coming out on this site? Aaron Sampson, do you know? I believe that it's either like late tonight, tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow.
Chris is hard at work right now on it. We just got a copy of the game on last Friday.
He's been jamming all weekend.
Yeah. Let me try and get around on this guy.
What do you got? What map you got serving up next over there, Tyler?
How can you tell from the loadout map? I don't know if you can. Well, we'll know soon.
All right, you let us know when you find out.
Some I'm gonna Demavend Peak Conquest.
Oh, look at that! You played this one?
I have. There's a really fun base jump
Really?
where about halfway through, who is shooting at us?
Is this the one that has that
shoot you
crazy,
engineer.
that super crazy height difference?
Nice.
Oh wait, that one was called base jump.
You better repair that tank.
Yeah, there's enemy guys around. So another tactic, I don't know if people have seen before. I don't have the mines right now, but if you're worried about losing your tank, drop a mine under it and walk away.
Oh.
Oh, that is an enemy tank shooting at me.
Oh, you got him with a good shot though. Bang him. A little high. Put him on. There you go. There you go.
He's disabled. I got a
Pop one more time.
friend over there. Well, I don't want to destroy him because I had a friendly
All right.
engineer.
Yeah, I see him
right
over
there. Oh, somebody's disassembling me.
Oh.
That was when you hear that sizzling sound and your health
apart.
starts dropping, somebody's taking you apart. I'm still looking for the button. You can actually, on that tank, you can also switch from the turret to a machine gun that's still in the turret, not the top machine gun.
I guess my question is,
You were going to be crawling a long way if you were crawling from there.
this is a good question for folks at home wondering how you handle the squad commands on the console. How do you issue commands to squad mates on the console?
Everything is still done with the select button.
Oh yeah.
It's contextual.
So on this one, you're talking about the back button then?
Yes, the back button. You just hit the back button and aim it at something, and your guy will yell, "Hey, do that with that thing."
Oh really?
There's a thing over there.
We should probably look at the businesses. Oh yeah, we are looking at the businesses happening on Tyler's machine. just deadly firefight. Just fire. Oh. I'm back on the Aaron Sampson 360 looking at, what's the name of the map again?
This map is
Caspian
Caspian
Border.
Border.
Oh, that's right. You're still here. This one going off for a little while?
Yeah, there's not a high player count right now.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my scoreboard. There's not a lot of us on the map right now. The game is not in full release yet.
Not until tonight, at least our time at midnight here on the West Coast. Obviously, that's technically 9 o'clock for the folks on the East Coast. And then depending on where you are in the world, it is likely Battlefield 3 release day somewhere out there. That guy was just asking for it. Nice.
Oh, he's got a friend. He's got a friend. We're getting a question in, can you destroy whole buildings or just walls? It's just walls so far. I remember in Bad Company 2, you could put C4 on buildings and drop the whole thing.
Not the case anymore.
So far, nobody's unlocked the C4. It's a support class. So I haven't seen it yet. I know there's a lot of maps actually where just the facades of large buildings can be destroyed.
Yeah.
But, you know, I haven't seen a lot of those small two-story structures that used to be in Bad Company 2 where you would drop the whole building and everybody would get killed.
You know, it's funny because in Battlefield Bad Company 2, that's right, I used to just punish some of those buildings, like see how many pieces I could take off. And you eventually get it to where it was just kind of like the actual like internal structure of the building, right?
Yeah.
It would be like no floors, no ceilings, no walls, but
You went with the explosive upgrade in C4 and you run in there and just take out the whole entire bottom of the building. Yeah, again, I think it's more of the case that I haven't seen a lot of those small two-story structures.
So one of the things you're doing right now is honestly one of the least favorite things I have in Battlefield.
Hot footing it.
Oh yeah. It's like sometimes it's just and not to curse you or not to jinx you or anything, but you know, after the 10 minutes of running to wherever it is I'm going.
And that tank right there.
Yeah, and then you get to run all over again. It's like,
So you have a couple of options to avoid this. One of them is not, I guess it doesn't really matter as much in this mode. You can suicide yourself, just take the less honorable way out. There's also early on, there are speed bonuses that you get.
speed bonuses, yeah.
Yeah, that happens early on where you get speed bonuses. Speed bonuses will help you get across the maps like that. You know, I have not, now that I think of it, I have not done a lot of running across maps without vehicles. It just doesn't happen that often.
Just doesn't make sense, right?
And you know, you can spawn on your squad mates. So unless everybody got wiped out and nobody put down a spawn beacon, pretty much if you're running across maps often, you're doing something wrong.
If I'm running across maps often, yeah.
Yeah, if you're running across entire maps often, it's because you're not really paying attention to the vehicles that are around you. Or you might just be in a really selfish team where everybody jumps into the tanks and drives off without you getting in them.
Yeah.
And they'll probably lose because of that. My advice is drop your match and go find a better team. You know, I mean, one of the things, so I've been playing with the same team here since we started.
Yeah.
And you'll definitely see in this game, if you get a bad team, you'll just keep losing over and over again. So there's nothing dishonorable with if you are on a massive losing streak. Go find another team where you got some talented players and it's an even fight. You're not a worse person because you bailed on a bunch of people who are not good team players.
So this Grand Bazaar, have you seen this before?
So we saw this in a preview event, Grand Bazaar.
Yeah.
We're still playing, let's see, yeah, we're still playing conquest modes. So these maps are a little bit less focused, I would say, than when you're on Rush. I'm a big fan of Rush, personally, just because there's always a central focus to what you're doing.
It kind of sets everybody up good.
Yeah, everybody ends up in the same general areas.
This is you commanding the gun on top of what appears to be a Humvee.
The Humvee also has a pretty cool electronic turret on top with a zoom, which is nice.
It is really nice. Look at those.
All right, guys. It's a little, yeah, it is definitely trickier with the thumbsticks. Reload.
Then the mouse and keyboard?
Yeah. There we go. That kind of always works that way. Oh, don't give him our backside. But the thing is, I do find it's easier to... Oops, sorry, let me focus on killing this guy.
No, it's okay. You keep shooting.
Okay.
What is happening there?
They are...
They blew that up.
Yeah. Well, it might have just been to say...
Oh.
Okay, sorry, where was I going a second ago? Before I got blown up. Oh yeah, mouse and keyboard versus, you know, thumbstick controller. It's your standard trade-offs. Like, shooting is much easier with the mouse and keyboard, but switching between multiple vehicles like you often do in this game and multiple weapon sets on each vehicle, actually a little bit easier with the 360 PS3 controller.
You know, it's funny, you're talking about controllers and stuff. It's like one of the things that I didn't think about or really kind of put too much stock in, to be honest, is you know, these things that they call control freaks, which are these like analog stick extenders. And it's funny because like I tried them once or twice, and it was like, you know, I don't know, it just kind of takes some getting used to, and I just didn't really see a whole lot of benefit from the outset of getting good at them or, you know, learning to play with them. But it was something I was interested in, certainly because it seemed like a lot of the MLG players, like Proofy and those guys that are really good at Call of Duty, were way into. Like, and I, you know, whether they're sponsored products and they're promoting them just because of that, I don't know. But like those guys play with them, and those guys play good. So I guess the kind of proof is in the scoreboard, right? So and those guys were talking about like 40% accuracy increase and stuff. So I'll be honest, like I tried them a little bit. I think I might try them again and see if I up my game. But certainly with Call of Duty, say Black Ops, it's like I consistently do well. With Battlefield 3, though, certainly during the beta and everything else, like we were talking about throughout this whole thing, it really does seem like, with the scale certainly being bigger than, say, a Call of Duty map, that teamwork and communication might be even more, important in a larger map than certainly a smaller one. So I would probably go for the total of Battlefield 3 versus Call of Duty 3. And the communication is certainly important in any first-person shooter, but once you start increasing the scale and the size of what it is that you're trying to, move around, it's like it becomes even more important. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, having a good grip on the sensitivity of your thumbsticks.
Yeah.
I always actually like when I start new games, I usually turn the sensitivity down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so I can get used to how twitchy or not twitchy the game is, and then slowly dial it up. While we were talking a little bit earlier, I went over to the weapon select screen and was looking to see if I have any optics unlocked. The one thing I will say is that you have to unlock optics on every single gun that you have.
Oh, wow.
So I will be playing Engineer, and I will have my sweet M4, and I will have a silencer and a bunch of stuff. And then I will switch over to Engineer on the defending side. And they have a variant of the AK, like a small variant, and you won't have any of your unlocks.
Yeah.
So you have to unlock, even if you're an engineer, you have to individually unlock every weapon's attachments.
It's conceivably a lot of attachments you're talking about, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not even that it's so many attachments, although some of them do take a while to unlock. It's just that you'll be the same guy, and you switch sides, and all of a sudden you don't have your attachments anymore.
What about the? Hey Tyler, for a second we just saw you get bowled over there, but what map is it that you were playing there?
Right now we're back in Dam of Van Peek.
Gotcha.
Which is it's got this long kind of murder tunnel that connects the two ends of the map. Let's see if we can get in the helicopter here and
really
take it to the skies long enough to get an overhead view of things.
There is you going up in a helicopter. The terrain is certainly impressive from the helicopter, correct?
Yes.
Just kind of gives you like a really good idea of just how big some of these maps are. While Tyler's getting his helicopter underneath him, what are you doing? You're crawling around over here?
Yeah, there were two. Oh, a grenade in my face. There were some guys in that building, so I tried to reduce the building. Actually, I guess this is one of those two-story buildings. I could try and see if the whole thing collapses.
Yeah.
That was me and another guy crawling around on the ground trying to figure out where each other was. It was a crawl fight. Prone is definitely a huge thing in this game. You are, when you come in contact, you are prone a lot.
I find myself shooting from the prone position in a lot of first-person shooters.
Well, Battlefield, Bad Company 2 didn't have prone. They instituted that kind of to keep the flow of the games going, I guess.
Crazy.
Like a lot of the walls weren't really tall enough. Where are you guys?
You talking about Bad Company 2, really?
Yeah, Bad Company 2. A lot of the walls in Bad... Oh, don't leave me without cover. A lot of the walls in Bad Company 2 were, you know, chest-high walls.
And you're right. You know, it's funny. The more we look at this,
Your head was almost always exposed. I'm gonna try and blow up this building
Do
for
it.
people. Oh, God. Piece of granite in my face. Oh, I'm trying to blow you up, building, and you're spitting granite on me. Okay, let's see. That back wall. So this is what I'm talking about. See how that back wall, I put a shot into it and it didn't explode.
Yeah.
Same with that side. Like I have no way of knowing whether.
That's gonna blow up or not.
Yeah. So the top of it blew up. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm putting a bunch of shots into that thing, and that back wall doesn't seem to want to go down. I'll keep working away at that building.
Let's see what Tyler's got going on in his PS3 version over there. Tyler, where are you at?
I just got murdered in the murder tunnel.
You got murdered in the murder tunnel? I'm looking...
So there's literally 2 other dudes. And oh, they're in my squad, actually. Sorry. There's a bunch of guys on my team.
If you are just joining us, we've been playing Battlefield 3 on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. You're looking at the PlayStation 3 version right now. Tyler Weingartner on the sticks, getting shot. I've got Aaron Sampson on the Xbox 360. Mr. Tyler,
Yes.
do you think at some point I could steal that PlayStation 3 controller away from you and try it over your way, sir?
You may do that.
I can totally do that. Do you want to wait to the end of this round? Or you want to do it now, or?
I think we're still pretty early on.
All right.
Oh, if we keep going like this, we're gonna be out of here real soon.
I'm gonna let you ride that out. Then we'll see where that ends up in the next 24 tickets, shall we?
Oh, another wall I can't destroy. I wonder if I can get into
There's the Mass
Rush.
Effect 3 dog tag right there. Oh,
And we are done here.
excellent.
see if I can get into a rush match.
While you do this, I'm gonna see about jumping on Tyler's game over there
Alright.
if you don't mind. I'll shout to you across the studio.
Sounds good. I am getting ambushed.
I should say I'm about to join a conquest map on Terrain Highway.
Good luck to you,
Tehran.
sir.
No.
Oh, I'm getting rained on over here.
Like actual rain?
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's the first time I've seen that.
I should really grab that tank. That's totally not gonna help me.
All right, finally got my reflex sight.
Nice.
Yeah, that is my entire team.
Is it 16 on 16 or 12 on 12?
It's the
Sure.
oh, we're getting some spawn camping.
Hey everybody, it's Marco Georgic here. I'm sitting beside Aaron Sampson, who's still playing. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send them our way and we'll try to answer them as Aaron plays. If you're noticing anything or want to comment on anything, feel free to say something. Now is the time.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's so not cool.
So Aaron, what are your thoughts? I don't know what you've already been talking about earlier since I wasn't around for the last hour.
So we're playing Battlefield 3. I'm on Grand Bazaar right now.
Okay.
We are playing in Conquest mode.
Okay.
This has always been one of the trickier modes. It's less focused than like a rush mode where everybody kind of always knows where they're supposed to be at any given time. But there are also, I know a large group of people who absolutely love this mode as well. It's the more traditional Battlefield mode. And I'm currently playing as an engineer.
Okay. Is that your character class of choice?
Yeah, I was saying earlier, you can have a class of choice, but by no means should you ever stick to that class if the situation doesn't merit it. That being said, I just started playing, and so I'm trying to unlock the attachments on these weapons that actually make you a more effective player.
Okay.
So that's why I've been sticking with my engineer character pretty much this whole time. But once you get to a certain point, you definitely want to be unlocking like your shock paddles for your attacking class so you can revive teammates. Get over to recon and definitely get your spawn beacon.
Okay.
And also, you know, you can You can get UAVs for spotting, and support class as a mortar tube that can be really useful. So the attachments are really big in Battlefield 3. And they will definitely determine whether you win or lose a lot of matches.
Hey, Aaron, how do you spot on the Xbox 360 version?
The back button does spotting. Yep. I'm staring at a wall right now. Sorry, teammate who I'm shooting through. Move. You were blocking my corner. Let's get a nade over there. Occasionally you'll see my vision go blurry. That's suppressive fire.
Okay.
Oh. That could have been really bad because I was reloading a rocket at the time. And my teammate is going.
Now, you had the opportunity to also play over the weekend, or actually more on Friday, the PC version. Have you noticed, what have you noticed being the noticeable differences between the PC and console versions?
You know, I have not noticed a big difference in terms of graphically. You mean?
Well, in any sense,
Yeah.
graphically, gameplay-wise.
I think I was talking about. Whoa, my team's getting smoked. I was talking about how earlier the mouse and keyboard have always been really good shooting implements.
Okay.
Easiest way to aim a rifle, but you're talking about Battlefield 3, so you're talking about basically switching. Within the course of a couple. That's a guy with a flashlight down there. Within the course of a couple seconds, you may be switching between your weapon and then an attachment, and then jumping in a vehicle, switching to the turret of that vehicle, shooting somebody, hopping out of that, jumping in a helicopter, and flying off. And when you're talking about doing all that, then the controller, 360 PS3 controllers, I think actually gives you an advantage in that department.
Okay.
Because the controls are extremely fast and consistent, whereas on a PC you definitely have to take time to set up your your preferred method of driving and flying, and you don't have your hands wrapped around all the buttons at the same time.
Okay.
So you will often have to take your hands off of your movement keys to get them to other keys that do what you want to do.
Okay.
Whereas on the console controllers, your hands are always pretty much on all of the buttons.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, nothing surprising. You'll definitely still find shooting to be more precise with the mouse, as it always is. But then again, I think a lot of people who grew up at GameSpot grew up with the evolution of PC to console, and a lot of the younger generations grew up with the console controllers in their hand already, so they may not even notice the difference. I think right now we are watching Ryan.
Yes, we are. And is he playing on the PS3 or the 360?
This is the PS3 version.
PS3
is what
version?
we're seeing
Okay.
right now. Ryan is deploying his bipod. That pretty much eliminates all recoil.
It's kind of weird though, because it limits your turn. Look, I can only go this far until I hit the other
Oh, wow.
stick.
It does. It limits your turning radius. And if you were watching earlier, I had a death that occurred because I was coming out of a scope to see where somebody was, and my character went into the bipod animation
Okay.
and basically snarled me for a second, and then I got shot. If you're just joining us, we are both on vehicle maps currently. Oops.
Now, yeah, for what you've been playing so far, is there a map that you really are enjoying more so than others?
I'd say it's more vehicle I'm enjoying more than
Okay.
any other. There is an anti-aircraft vehicle in this game that has an absolutely insane rate of fire, and it has anti-air rockets.
Oh, I remember that Friday night you were playing that, and I
And
remember
the-
a couple of us were just watching you in amazement at what you were managing to
really
pull off.
Cool thing about that too is It's effective against pretty much everything. But when you're firing against hardened vehicles like tanks, you'll see bullets ricochet and bounce off of the tanks, which is just a really amazing effect. I just could not stop using that vehicle.
We're getting some questions about the PC version of Battlefield 3. Unfortunately, because Origin has a date checker on it, and since the game isn't officially out yet, we are not able to actually show off that version of the game. If this was 6 or 7 hours from now, then we would be able to. So we'll have to wait until midnight, probably midnight Eastern, before we'll be able to show anything regarding the PC version. But rest assured, we will show it off when we have the chance.
So that guy just crashed that helicopter. There's a good chance that was pilot error.
Okay.
As always in Battlefield, difficult to fly any sort of aerial vehicles, and that's intentional for balancing the game.
Okay. See, I always thought that the problem that people had with flying or handling any air vehicle was the fact that it just person didn't know what they were doing.
Nobody really knows what they're doing on those vehicles when they start. It's a pretty steep learning curve, and honestly, probably the first 20 times you hop into one of those things, it will end up with you crashing on the ground in a giant fireball. But that also means that later on, when you get into a match with somebody who's really good at using the air assets,
okay,
you can actually respect the fact that that person earned it.
Nice. Now, you're playing on the 360 version.
That's
what
right.
was the installation process like? What do you know what are the differences are if you don't install? Like, I remember they were talking about an HD texture pack. Do you have any knowledge of that?
We haven't seen the HD texture pack. I got a tank right here. And he's run us over. I haven't seen the HD texture pack. Why? Okay, so this tank is giving us his backside, which is a really, really bad move. Because all vehicles are more vulnerable from their rear armor than their front armor.
As we are about to see. Nice.
Okay, so the install process, we popped in the disk. Let me get out Repair Us. Not with our rocket launcher. So the install process, for some reason this one did make me install something.
Okay.
I know there was a day one patch. Hey, don't run off.
But that hasn't gone live yet?
It might have been the day one patch that forced
okay.
the install. I know that there was a forced install that occurred.
Okay.
I'm assuming it was that day one patch because they were having server problems before launch.
Okay.
But we haven't encountered any of those now, so hopefully the patch fixed all that. And then you have to. So most publishers now also want a cut of the secondary market. Meaning if you buy their game used, you pay them $10.
Yep.
Same with this, you have access to multiplayer if you pay them $10. If you buy a used copy, so you have to enter a code to enable multiplayer, and then you're pretty much good to go after that.
I'm not sure if you addressed this earlier, but for those who would like to know, the 360 version is actually on 2 discs. So you've got the multiplayer disc, the first disc, and then the single player is on a completely different disc. Do you think that factors in anything? Does installing the game make it run faster or load faster? Did you notice anything like that, at least for the multiplayer aspect?
We haven't really gotten into the single player campaign yet.
Okay.
I have not noticed any significant or unusual loading times in multiplayer.
Okay.
Oop, I'm getting shot at. That tank doesn't know where I am right now. So if you notice, I am prone. Now he knows where I am. I've been saying this a lot. Prone is kind of a way of life in this game.
Okay.
And Bad Company 2 did not have prone. That kind of kept the matches flowing more quickly, I would say. Like, they had a lot of chest-high walls, but you could never fully take cover behind them. In this game, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if there's somebody still in this tank or not.
No, I don't think so. Now, what's your history with the Battlefield series? Have you been with it since 1942, or are you a newcomer to the series?
I've been a huge fan. Well, okay, so I remember playing a little bit of Battlefield 2 back in the day. Not a ton. When Bad Company series came out, that's when I really became a huge fan.
Okay.
I promised somebody I'd use the blowtorch on somebody. I apologize, I should have blowtorched that man. I became a huge fan during the Bad Company series. I just loved the multiplayer in that game and the destructibility. The fact that if somebody armed an MCOM and then they would always go like to one of the corners of the building and you could just blow up the corner of the building was great. And they've stayed very faithful to the Bad Company 2 play style in this game. I don't think it has, I don't think it has the humor that series had. Ultimately, I don't know how much that matters. I mean, it'll change your single player experience, I would say. I got some guys sneaking around out here. It'll change, okay, they're just around the corner here. It'll change your single player experience, but your multiplayer experience you will find to be probably very, very much as you remember it.
Okay.
In Bad Company 2. Except for, sorry, this prone. Which actually is a huge, huge mechanic right now. So for example, if I think there are guys in here, assuming I don't get shot while I'm doing this, if I think there are guys in here, I'm not gonna go in the door they want me to go in. I'm just gonna go through the wall. And, oh, there was a guy there.
There was a guy.
Oh, but he was prone. So I died. If he was not prone, like Bad Company 2, he probably would have taken that rocket shrapnel to the face. But there, so that guy probably had the door covered. So if I'd gone through the doorway, he would have killed me anyway. So I had a much better opportunity. I had a much better opportunity to take him out by going through my own doorway.
It's nice how destructibility kind of wants to have players avoid doing camping, but it still happens that you can camp if you do it right. Like that guy was able to pull that.
Oh. I gotta be watching my minimap a little bit more carefully. We had a question earlier as to whether entire buildings were destructible. Haven't seen that happen yet. I'm not eliminating the possibility. But there are also a lot of these buildings. There's one strange thing. So you kind of have to know what's destructible, because a lot of these buildings will have walls that are just mysteriously not destructible.
Enemy soldiers spotted.
And
Over.
you pretty much know when you shoot them because they'll crack and they won't break. But before that happens, all right, where are these enemy soldiers at? Before you actually get a shot on the wall itself, you might not know that it's not destructible. Huh, they must all be around here because we are not taking this point even though we're standing on top of it. Oh, they're right there, guys.
Oh. I don't know if this map has the ability to do it, but if you can, we've gotten a lot of requests for you to fly a vehicle, either a jet or a helicopter. So if there is that option, please take it into consideration.
I will see if I can fly badly. Let's see. It looks like he has the jet right now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here's the helicopter. So I'm back at my spawn point. I'm going to the external view just because it's a little bit easier to control these things when you're in external view. You can kind of see what's happening. Okay, so that is my flares. Let me see if I can figure out turning is this. So you have to nose forward, I think, as usual, to actually get some momentum going. Let's go back into the cockpit. Okay, firing those flares again. I have crosshairs here, but I'm not seeing...
Are you actually able to fire, or?
I'm not seeing an ability to... Oh,
wow.
I wonder if I can land on the roof of this building and capture it. All right, try my mad landing skills. Oh, land. Oh, I dropped a guy off. Oh. You can get shot down very easily in this game.
Okay.
The engineers, pretty early on, unlocked their...
Somehow I think that guy didn't want to be actually on the roof. Now he's hoping that you'll drop. Okay, he's back on.
I just saw an enemy vehicle go by, so probably don't want to hang around for him to shoot me. Oh, there's a grenade up here. The enemy engineers, well, your engineers too. Oh, we're totally like capturing this point. Oh, they have anti-aircraft batteries. I'm sorry, anti-aircraft shoulder-fired missiles that take down like hell. Oh no! Oh, bad move. Sorry. See if we can get this guy. Get my teammate on him. So I'm not doing too terrible with this flight. I'm not really seeing my teammate killing anybody though.
He's just firing aimlessly.
There's a guy there, so if we want to hold on to that capture point, we're gonna have to
take him out.
Yeah.
All right, my team totally won over here.
Nice.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Next time you die, if you have a chance to get onto a plane, let's show that.
Okay,
show that off
we
as
will.
possible.
We'll check out the jets as well. So that was a helicopter. That was just a transport helicopter. Let's see if he has a face. Stole our jet again. I'm not seeing it. Let's go to RU deployment. I don't know exactly where the jets preside on this map. I will go look for a runway. That's a helicopter, so I know you guys are looking for something different. Let's go find us a runway. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Nope, that looks like an airstrip. To my left. I did notice that the airplanes are pretty slow in this game.
Okay.
That seems to be on purpose, so that they're more controllable. Oh, there's a big old airfield. Suppose now we just have to wait for whoever's flying the jet to crash it. Ryan, you still playing over there?
No, he just left.
Oh, I got a jet.
There we go.
All right, peoples. I have never flown a jet before in this game.
So hopefully this doesn't...
I don't know what is going to happen. Oh, I just ran over the Jeep. No. Oh, whew. Okay, fast. You got a fast takeoff. Okay.
Okay, left bumper to fire. I think you're going off course.
Trying to turn. Oh, okay. It's like a real jet. That doesn't surprise me. There we go. I got guns.
What do you think of the controls? Was it quick to get used to right now, or?
I'm still trying to get turning.
Oh, you're getting fired at.
Yeah, who's shooting at me? What does this do? No, that's your rudders. They're not really all that useful. Barrel.
Whee. Do you have rockets, or is it just machine guns?
I believe you do have rockets. There's a button on this controller that allows me to switch weapons.
Okay.
I will hit buttons until that happens. Let's see, is it that? No.
Maybe it's the right bumper.
Yeah, it's not doing anything right now. Normally it's flared. Oh, is that an enemy airplane? Wow, as you can see, I'm actually getting pretty far outside of the map.
Yeah, there hasn't been a warning saying you've left the battlefield. Oh, there's your opposition. Gotta shoot him down.
I think that was a friendly.
Oh.
See if I can see how barrel rolls work in this game. Ah. Pulling some positive G's here. I don't seem to be turning at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why. Uh-oh.
At least you haven't stalled yet.
Huh. I don't want to call it just yet, but I may actually be stuck in the skybox.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I will try and get out of this. All right, I'm out.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I was totally just stuck in the skybox. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can engage an enemy jet. Gotta find one first.
Might not have a chance. The match looks like it's almost done.
No thanks to our jet shenanigans. Do we have like a... I know that there's also a look button on the mouse and keyboard. Don't know what it is on the 360. Oh, if you can hear, my guy's actually pulling G's as I turn, and he's breathing really hard. Oh, this may be it.
No. Oh! Whoa! Nice save.
As you can see, I'm not really helping this match very much right now. I'm in the jet because I'm supposed to be capturing flags. Oh. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was a jet run. Not particularly useful for capturing flags.
Well, okay, not for this mission, but if we had played something else, it probably would have been more useful.
Yeah.
And you guys won.
Apparently my team won while I was joyriding. Stole the keys to the jet. And how sad is that? I came in 4th on our team, and I was joyriding in the sky the entire
Well, it was only for
time.
the ending. Don't forget, you had that helicopter situation where you're on top of that building for a good 2 minutes or so.
You do get rewarded for completing objectives better than you get rewarded for shooting dudes.
That's good.
And also like blowing up tanks, things like that. Probably the thing that you get the least rewarded for is actually just shooting guys.
Cool.
So I unlocked some scopes here.
Now, have you had a chance to really fool around with weapon modifications?
I have, yeah. I'm a huge fan of the silencers in this game.
Okay.
They keep you hidden and they don't take much damage off your I don't even know if they take any damage off your shots. They must, but I don't even notice it because a lot of the weapons I've used them on are low recoil weapons, so it makes no difference to me. And then, you know, in these large maps, so unlocking your long distance like 3 times ACOG scopes, they're kind of critical on these big maps because as everybody saw when I just started playing at the beginning of the day, I was sporting iron sights and I was shooting dots in the distance. Like, these maps have very, very long sight lines, and without any sort of magnification, like, you're shooting little teeny guys that you've spotted. Oh, it looks like I get to start off in the Hornet again on this one.
Unfortunately, though, people aren't going to be able to see because we've got now the PS3 version on the screen. So you guys are checking out that while Aaron is now on an air freighter, or air carrier, sorry.
Aircraft carrier.
Aircraft carrier. My apologies for saying that wrong. So I guess the system knew that you enjoyed being in jets. Like, here, start off in a jet.
It's like, hey, that guy was joyriding. All right, Jet.
Oh, you better get going.
Go, Jet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I may just drop out of this jet and use it to capture a control point because that is what this mode is all about. Hello, flag. This is the silenced pistol I got just for being part of the EA Gun Club.
Oh, nice. I'm assuming that comes with every copy of the game, or?
EA Gun Club is just something that you sign up for.
Okay.
It's, I'm not gonna lie, it's not a particularly big thing. For the most part, they just tell you what you've already done in games. Like, you unlock something and the Gun Club is like, yep, you totally unlocked that thing.
Oh, nice.
But sometimes they give you small perks like this. You can unlock this thing anyway just by playing.
Well, they had that in Battlefield Bad Company 2 as well, where you had certain treats given to you by EA every once in a while, depending on how much you've played.
And, you know, to DICE's credit, I think that they've always been... Oop, I totally hit a vehicle.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I shot something and also an aircraft flew over me and blew up. So d.i.c.e has always been really dedicated to player balancing and to weapon balancing, and they do that. So none of the DLCs that I've seen so far has broken the game in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
I need to go through this wall.
Nice.
I was mentioning earlier that I have seen DLC in the past that has broken games.
Okay.
I think I was calling out some of the machine gun DLC on Splinter Cell Conviction. When I bought that game, I bought like a special edition, and like they had a machine gun, and the game's a stealth game, and I just ran through the levels and machine gunned everybody. So it sort of defeated the purpose.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing like that here that I've seen.
At least not yet.
Oh, there's a tank on the other side of this. Hello, tank. You need a rocket. Oh. So that coax gun on the tank is super deadly. It's probably one of the more deadly weapons in this game. Oh. Oof. And he's doing the smart thing. He's repairing every chance he gets.
Although you're playing without headset, have you found that is Battlefield a game where you really do need to coordinate with your teammates?
Yes, but it depends on who you're playing with.
Okay.
I've had matches with friends where it was one of the most fun things I've ever done, because we were in a tank and he was driving and I was machine gunning, and we held off an entire other team by ourselves. Super awesome match. But then I've also had matches where my squad mates were like listening to really loud music at home.
Okay.
Or just cussing unnecessarily for no particular reason constantly. And it wasn't even about what was going on in the squad. It's just they were frustrated because they weren't playing well. And that kind of killed the experience of that match. That being said, you can also drop out of your squad. Roadkill!
Oh, you missed. Oh, you got him, nice. Oh, and you get a little medal.
And I got a perk. Oop. I think I saw some tank fire going on over here, which I do not want to be a part of. But I do want to hop on the machine gun here. I'm taking fire.
You are getting fired at.
Question is, where am I getting fired at from? So the vehicles like this are just extremely speedy, offer you almost no protection, but are good for getting places in a hurry. Oh, that's my guy.
Okay.
So we are capturing a flag right now. Sometimes the best way to capture a flag too is, just captured it. So you see I got like 200 for that. You don't necessarily, for those who play this game before, you'll already know this, but you don't want to stand right on the flag that you're capturing. You definitely want to be around the outside of it.
Within a reasonable distance, but not without actually being on top of it.
Yeah.
Because you want to be out in the open.
Hey, that wasn't very nice. That was my teammate, and he ran over my vehicle. So that's good. That guy probably parachuted in because we're holding all the objective. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, he probably just came out of a helicopter. He's probably still over there somewhere, so I'm going to be a little careful. After this, I'm going to switch over to something that zooms a little bit more. Did we ever get the guy who was over here?
I don't know.
Here, guy.
Nice kill.
So yeah, I saved myself by going prone at the last second there. And also, like, if I think his buddy's there, my teammate's in there, so he's probably not. But yeah, just take out the wall. Oh wow, they are flanking us. seem to recall seeing somebody over here before.
If there was someone, I'm pretty certain they're not there anymore.
Well, that's the thing with the prone. Oh, there he is. With prone, you just never know. Like, they can just be laying out in the bushes. I've been prone and had guys run right past me, and I shot him in the shins. So he's still here somewhere. Question is...
So this is quite tense right now. Oh, I think I just saw him. Thought I just saw him on your right. Like outside.
So what I don't want to do is get shot in the back of the head right now. So if I'm not capturing this flag, it's because there's somebody here.
There we go. Oh, you gotcha. But you were low on health anyway, so.
Yeah, health is persistent in this game. So if you are the assault class who now has the med kit and also the shock paddles, be kind to your friends and drop those things all over the place, and you get points for it too. Everything in Battlefield 3 that you do that helps out your teammates also contributes to your score.
While you're right now, you know, in between spawning, could you show the viewers at home something other than an engineer?
Yeah, no problem. So, let me think. I'm a big fan of the support class because of their bipod.
Okay.
The bipod lets you have sustained, highly accurate fire. There's my guy right there. And these are the unlocks. I like this tactical flashlight, but it's just close range. The problem is if you have it on when you're running around the map, everybody knows where you are.
Okay.
And you can see here I already have this specialization sprint, which is good because it means you don't have to hot foot it all over these maps. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these things are called LCACs.
I'm not familiar with the name.
They are landing vehicles. All right, so let me figure out real quick. I can actually switch to a machine gun while I'm in this. Oh no, that's my top machine gun. So there's a way to get to my machine gun from here. Maybe that might be an unlock. Actually, that might be a vehicle unlock. I think in Bad Company 2 it was like that. If you were really good at a vehicle, perks would slowly unlock as you went.
Interesting.
Oh, there's also a speed boost. I believe it's this. Yeah, there we go. So if you can hear, the engine ramps up. And I'm going hella fast.
Now, tanks can be very destructive in terms of destroying buildings. I know you briefly mentioned it not too long ago about, you know, some places are very destructible and others are not. Can we show off a little bit of what can be destroyed and how much destruction is possible?
Indeed. Let me just get some shots on these guys over here really quick. Yep, here he comes. Huh, that's an interesting choice. You don't necessarily want to take on a tank. So there I actually just hit a fuel depot.
Oh, nice.
That's why that just blew up. Oh, he was capturing our point back here. So I was talking about that before. Fast and speedy vehicles, good for flanking.
Uh-oh.
Where are you?
I think you got him. Oh, you didn't because it would have said something.
Yeah.
But you took off a good chunk of that building. Oh, I saw him. There he is. You got him. Oh, there's two of them in there.
Did I get both of them? Yep.
I think you did, because the first one it said headshot, and I think you got the second one.
I'm gonna switch back to my main gun, make sure.
Just be careful, you got a partner there.
Friendly fires off.
Oh, friendly fires off? Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier, so it's to your benefit just to shoot first and ask questions later.
Okay. I'm surprised that
Oh, you know what? I'm not an
off.
engineer anymore. I'm not an engineer anymore, so I can't repair my tank. regardless, if you saw there, what I did was oh, you're an engineer, aren't you? Hey, repair me. Oh, I am repair. Okay. We're not capturing this, which would indicate to me that there's somebody else here. I'm going to try and destroy this building for you. Oh, okay, there's actually enemy guys all around right now. I'm going to go to the...
oh, wow.
Oh, okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
You can destroy entire buildings.
Interesting. We just got a question about can we destroy any buildings, and boom, perfectly timed.
So the answer is yes. Yes, you can.
I feel bad if there's anybody left in that building.
Oh, okay. So my guy jumped into the machine gun on top, so he needs to definitely do his job. Oh, or I will just kill him with the main gun. If you're in a tank machine gun, the machine gun on top is superior at killing infantry to the main gun on the tank. Main gun on the tank, good splash damage, and you can destroy entire buildings like I just did there.
Yeah.
But inferior at killing individual units.
Of course, because it's the size differences. Now, do you think you would be able to destroy that building if you were just shooting a machine gun?
No, not a machine gun, but you could probably do it with mortars. You could probably do it with handheld rockets. Well, I'm glad I could answer that for people. Not only that, but smash somebody in the process.
Now, earlier on, you were mentioning that there was you were having some issues with connecting. Have you noticed any other frame rate issues or anything along those lines, like performance-wise?
No screen tearing, even when tons of explosions are going off. Some problems with getting into matches, but I can't really judge that right now because got him with the main gun. I can't really judge that right now because this game is not officially released yet.
Okay.
I know that they had some work to do on their servers, and Chris is hard at work reviewing the game right now, and he'll give it definitely a fair shake in terms of how their servers are performing. So we'll know a little bit later this week whether that was something that they resolved. They had a day one patch that I downloaded.
Okay.
That was supposed to fix that. Here, I'll destroy more buildings for you people.
Now, have you had a chance to play any of the co-op? There is co-op in the game. We have a question asking about co-op. Have you had a chance to play it?
Have not touched a single-player campaign yet.
But have you played co-op with anybody else? Just like a two-partner,
Yep,
two-player?
that building blew up too. Okay, totally destructible buildings.
I'm not going to be able to answer this properly. I have actually played the co-op. I think it is only just you and a partner. I don't think you can have any more people. There's 6 co-op missions. They play out in a kind of like the single player where you have a scenario and you have to fill it out within a certain structure. The mission that I played involved being you're in a building and you've just retrieved some important intel information and you're trying to now evacuate. And as you're evacuating the building, you're being attacked. And it was very crazy. It was me and Curtis. We were playing this, it was about 3 weeks ago, and we didn't have headsets working with us when we tried it on, and it was very hard to communicate. But in terms of if there's more than 2-player co-op, I'm not too sure. And looking at the box for the game, it doesn't state anything otherwise. So I'm going to assume it's just 2-player.
Okay, so this building I have pumped a lot of rounds into. And, okay, yeah, I just blew off the other half of it. Okay, yeah, totally these buildings are going down. Okay, so what's happening right now in this match is very battlefieldy. We have a tank and they don't. And we have engineers repairing the tank periodically. I got a guy up in my coax on top of this thing. That coax gun is superb at murdering infantry. Right now I'm reducing all the buildings around us so that their infantry doesn't have any way to cover. And that is why we are pretty much completely murdering them at the moment.
And I've just been told that there is actually 4-player co-op. So there isn't just 2-player, there's also 4-player co-op for those interested. Now we've managed to show off a little bit of, some of the buildings that we were able to actually tear, completely down to the ground. There are some buildings that you've noticed that are not fully destructible, correct?
Yeah, let's see if this tower is destructible. That's a good question. So, I don't think I can break. I don't think it's like a red faction where I can like bring this entire central tower down.
Okay, so there are some limitations.
I mentioned earlier there are definitely walls in this game that are not destructible, and you don't know which ones they are until you've started shooting them for the most part.
Okay.
So let's see if we can push up on these guys and get their last. Oh, they are taking something away from us.
You guys are actually behind. You're losing. I think spending too much time trying to destroy buildings has actually posed, not such a good idea.
Well, the thing is, you have to make the kills. So capturing the flags themselves is not enough.
Oh, okay.
You have to also be making the kills. The flags just basically make your kills count more. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. So it's not based on like a point structure?
Yes, you get more points for the kills that you're making when you hold more flags. That's kind of how. Okay, so that was a jet. Or maybe not. See if I can get my tank in the cover. Oh, he was right there. So my top gunner didn't get that guy, but somebody else did. So that was a good run in terms of, I went all the way back to our US deployment area, picked up a vehicle, pretty much dominated the center of the map because we had a tank and they didn't quite get their act together. And now I can just do it again.
Nice, although people aren't seeing what you're doing right now. We've got Ryan flying in a jet on the PS3 version, but I'm going to ask you some questions, Aaron, as you play and are not seen. I think you mentioned this earlier, but you've not actually played the single-player campaign yet?
I've not played single-player campaign.
Okay.
I've seen it in like preview events, but not enough to give it a fair shake. Battlefield has traditionally been a multiplayer game with a single-player kind of training campaign.
All right, I'm gonna. Sorry for interrupting. I'm gonna ignore you for the next couple of moments. Ryan, how is your flying with the jet? What are you thinking of it?
I'm having a little trouble with it.
You're having trouble? Okay.
Yeah, this is my first time in one.
Okay, as we just saw. But like Aaron mentioned earlier, it does take a little bit of time getting used to the controls of that, so don't feel too bad.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
Now, although you haven't been able to play the single player, I actually got to play the first 4 missions. I don't know how much of that actually entails of the game. For me, the first 4 missions playing on, I guess it was their default difficulty, took about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes to complete. There actually is 4 missions, and then there's a prequel mission, which I think we're now allowed to talk about. There is a mission before everything really starts in the game. So in all, we played for maybe about 90 minutes. Again, I'm not sure if that's a good chunk of the game or a short chunk of the game. I guess we'll find out in 6 or 7 hours, or if I can get Chris somehow to get him to answer, because I know he's playing it right now as we speak, in his little bunker area so that no one else can see him.
Oh, I got enemy tanks in my area. Let's go take care of these, shall we? So if I had an engineer, I would definitely have not destroyed that.
Okay.
Taking it for myself. So I can just go right through these buildings a lot of times. Oh, I think there was another enemy tank going around here. He's a friend. Since I'm all alone in this tank, I'm definitely popping in and out of my third-person tank view. That lets me keep better awareness. That is the guy. I wonder if I can kill him by destroying. Yeah. There's definitely splash damage.
Now you're mentioning that you've played both. You've got a good familiarity with the Battlefield Bad Company series. Could you let's say for someone who has never played either Battlefield 3 or Bad Company 2, what are some of the major differences between the two series? At least that you've noticed.
Between Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2?
Yeah. Other than the obvious, the fact that Battlefield Bad Company 2 is much more of a, it does have a very strong story element to it. In terms of the multiplayer, what you've experienced, what are the inherent differences?
Let me get one more shot at this guy. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I think it's because I gave him my side.
You seem trapped
Oh,
while you're disabled.
I didn't get him.
Get out.
Oh, it's because he's being repaired. Yeah, the biggest difference, really, in my opinion, is just honestly, it's the prone.
Okay.
Going prone in this game really changes a lot. This game also, I would say it's a little bit more vehicle-centric than Bad Company 2. I mean, Bad Company 2 already was fairly vehicle-centric. This game more so.
Okay. Are the maps larger here than in Bad Company 2?
They're more focused a lot of times.
Okay.
There are certain maps that are larger.
And do you know are you playing on any dedicated servers, or are these how are the matches being played out here?
These are just the general quick match servers.
Oh, okay. But do you know if there is the option of having dedicated servers?
I don't want to answer the question. I'm not entirely sure. I remember that was something that they were going back and forth on for a while. Yeah, not sure.
Well, I'm assuming if there is dedicated servers, they might actually not be up yet because technically the game isn't officially out. So.
Although I will give big props to a lot of people who posted on YouTube while playing in dedicated matches with Bad Company 2, who did crazy things like light up people like a Christmas tree with tracer darts, and or put a crater in the ground, fill it full of C4 and AT mines, and then launch their ATV riding compatriots several miles across the map. So for the sake of hilarity, I kind of hope that there's stuff like that.
Okay, nice. Now, you might not be the best person to answer this, but let's say for someone who's never played a Battlefield game, is there a learning curve for Battlefield 3?
Yeah, it's definitely a bigger learning curve than, say, Modern Warfare.
Okay.
That is largely Suicide Jet. That is largely because this game relies on teamwork. You will not run around the map and win this game for your team.
Okay.
I mean, even if you are somebody who's throwing up a kill-to-death ratio of like 30-7 in a match, you can still lose this game. You will still lose the round if your teammates are not pulling their weight.
Okay. Since we're out of a match right now, could you actually back out and can we just check out to see if in co-op there is split screen, or if we could like play together or not, just to show off the the co-op menu for fans?
We can go to the menu. I'm not sure if we are cleared to actually show any single-player campaign yet.
Well, we don't have to show single player because that's on a different disc altogether, but just if there is co-op, if there's the ability to play split screen.
So actually you can see here I unlocked the coaxial machine gun from the turret on the tank after this round. So that was an unlock.
So it is unlocked, okay.
Much like Bad Company 2. So I'll back out of this match for everybody.
Just to back out, just so we can show, we don't actually have to play co-op, just to see what is available in co-op.
Plus, anybody who's played the beta has seen Operation Metro already.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Yeah, but if you're new to Battlefield, fire in controlled bursts. Never just light off your machine gun because you will miss a lot.
And prone is your friend.
Prone is definitely your friend. Grab somebody who you can see who's playing well. All right, so I'm gonna quit out of this and go look for co-op menu. Grab somebody who's playing well and follow them around the map. Also, my biggest advice for Battlefield maps is if you're unfamiliar with the map, pick a direction, just like go right, and for 15 or 20 minutes, just keep going right. Like go right until you've memorized that side of the map. Once you've memorized that side of the map, then go left for 15 minutes. Memorize that side of the map. And then once you get to know the maps, that'll put you in an advantageous position.
Yeah, you can go to play with friends just to see what's available.
So there's not a lot to show with the.
Although you guys can't see it on the screen right now because we are showing Ryan in the PS3 version, we are actually in the menu for co-op, and it looks as though there is no split screen. It just gives us the option to invite a friend or play with a friend. So for those asking if there was split screen, it looks as though there isn't.
Oh, the question was about split screen. Okay.
Well, yeah, if there was split screen co-op, and it doesn't seem like there is.
So yeah, all that we can see from here is public game or play with a friend.
Yeah, so it looks as though you can't, you and I can't sit here and play together. Oh well. So you can go back to, playing regular multiplayer. Now, is there a vehicle, like, you flew the jet, you flew the helicopter, is there, and I think you mentioned this earlier, but which is the vehicle that you really like playing with?
I don't have the name in front of me. There's an mobile anti-aircraft battery. Okay. And I was literally, like, people in the office were not able to concentrate when I was playing that vehicle because I was,
remember that, yeah.
I was, yelling and people were trying to write reviews around here. But just the rate of fire on the anti-aircraft machine gun is insane. And you can aim it down at the ground and you can kill infantry with it.
Oh, nice.
And it's also got 2 mobile rockets to shoot at helicopters. And the rockets will often not blow them up completely. So you switch immediately over to your gun and just toast them. It's fun. There's also, getting a match here. There's also on the aircraft carriers or the amphibious landing ships, I'm not exactly sure what they are, they have this insane anti-aircraft battery mounted on them that fires more bullets than I've ever seen come out of a gun in my life. It's a real thing, actually. I've seen it here at Fleet Week in San Francisco, although they weren't shooting it, thankfully. But if your team can't establish your first beachhead, you can hop on that gun and just rake the entire beach with a crazy number of bullets.
Oh, wow.
And suppress the entire enemy team. And when I did that, and our team actually ended up winning that match, and we were not winning until one of us got into that gun and just started mowing the beachhead.
Cool. Now, you did play the beta, correct?
I did play the beta.
A lot of people are mentioning that in the beta the flashlight was very overpowered.
See,
is that the case?
I disagree. I totally respect your opinion if you think the flashlight is overpowered. I think the flashlight is balanced, and here's why I think that. At long range, and especially in Operation Metro, people who are holding flashlights are just big targets. They're just screaming at you, "Hey, I'm right here." I deploy my bipod. They're just basically telling you exactly where they are. If they're trying to flank you, they're just telling you exactly where they are on that map. And they're not going to be doing it very effectively. Now, at point blank range, yes, the flashlights are very powerful. Let me see if I can get fire on this guy. All right. At point blank range, then yes, the flashlights will completely blind you.
Okay.
But then again, just go prone. Go prone immediately and empty your entire clip on fully automatic into the middle of the flashlight, and you'll kill the guy. So
good little tip.
Yeah, I mean, if you were having trouble against people sporting flashlights, just maybe watch some YouTube videos when those start going up, and just watch some tactics. Use your prone, use your prone to get underneath the fire of flashlight guy. And yeah, you should be okay. I mean, if anything, I actually found the biggest mistake people made was they left the flashlight on all the time. You can turn it off with a 360 controller by hitting up on the D-pad.
Okay.
And they just pretty much told me where they were all the time. But that's a good question, yeah. Looks like my team's already up here. So just so you know, this wall here is destructible. It looks like somebody already destroyed it. Mm-hmm. Nope. That is a laser sight. And basically, you will see that if somebody's aiming at you and they have a laser sight on their gun. It sort of blinds you a little bit, Let's see if I can figure out what this guy was. Yeah, he knows where I am. Get a grenade on him. Oh, I didn't make it.
Oh, he's got himself really perched in there.
We've been playing a lot of Conquest, so I might hop out in a second and see if I can get over to rush mode. Again, I'm starting over again with a character who doesn't have any weapon unlocks.
Now, what would you say? How long does it take for someone to really, get the the nice weapons for a character class? Like, how long do you think it would like? How much do you have to invest in a particular character to start really unlocking their cool weapons and attachments?
Most of your weapon unlocks start popping up. The really good ones, you'll get them in increments of like 10. So 10 will get you a scope, like a red dot sight, and then you'll start going from there. But the really good stuff, like the silencers, I think those start popping up around like 30 kills. Oh,
That's your teammate.
oh, my guy. Sorry. That goes with my rule of shoot first and ask questions never, because it doesn't really matter. If it's a friendly guy, it won't hurt you. It won't hurt them.
Now, Ryan, what's your familiarity with the Battlefield series?
I've played pretty much all of them except the first Bad Company and 2142.
Okay. What are you thinking so far with your time now with Battlefield 3?
I think it looks great. It feels a lot better than on some levels in Bad Company. The sounds are awesome. The new suppression is really kind of cool.
Now, what's your Aaron really likes playing as the engineer. What is your go-to class?
I tend to lean towards the engineer as well.
Okay.
Although I do also like to run with support sometimes, or recon.
Since you said that you have quite a bit of experience, what are some of your tips that you can give out to people who are new to the series if they want to be effective early on?
A lot of what Aaron was saying, just that it's not really a run and gun type of thing. It's a lot of teamwork and strategy. It's really hard to be that kind of like lone wolf hero type that you get a lot of in Call of Duty.
Cool.
And it's also that steep learning curve is also true. Like,
Okay.
you get used to dying a lot at the beginning, like that.
Now, do either of you two know if there's any like training mode or something that would help newcomers get a little practice before jumping online?
Some people might not like me saying this, but traditionally that's what single player is in Battlefield.
Okay.
It looks like they invested a lot more in a single player experience this time around. But traditionally Battlefield single player has been literally just to train you. You're losing that flag. So I'm currently in a prone fight with somebody. I'm gonna restock my own grenades here. So that's something I actually found out during the beta, is if you are support class, you can restock your own grenades and keep throwing them.
Oh, nice.
Normally, you only get one grenade. I'm gonna try and post up in this corner here is like a good place to post, because it gives you clear lines of fire on guys coming up the stairs and also the side stairs. There's also stairs at the middle of the room where people will sneak up sometimes. wonder if we can get down the stairs in the middle of the room and get a beat on these guys. I'm going to drop in quickly. Oh, almost worked. See, they're coming up the middle.
For everyone asking in the chat rooms and on the message boards about the single player campaign, we are actually not allowed to show it off until midnight Pacific time, just because they don't want us to they want us to avoid spoilers, certain aspects. Although we were able to talk about the first 4 missions of the game about 2 weeks ago, there is a preview up if you're really interested in finding out about those. We can't show it off yet, but if you want to read about it, feel free to check the preview pages of Battlefield 3 to see just a little bit of what you can expect for the first 3-4 missions in the single player campaign.
Right.
An interesting question came up. Either Aaron or Ryan, you guys can answer it if you guys can tell. Does your ranking or progression from the beta transfer into the main game?
The answer to that question is it does not.
Does not? You don't?
Yeah.
Do you get any kind of like bonus for like you participated in the beta, so here's a little treat?
I didn't I was kind of hoping they'd be like, here's a beret or something like that, but so far I haven't seen that. Doesn't mean it can't happen in the future, but yeah, so far nothing for beta participants.
Okay, so there's no little treats for like having helped out. Oh well.
No, I'm actually kind of surprised. The support class does seem to be pretty accurate from the hip. And they have the heavy machine guns and the bipod, so.
Oh,
see?
Nice. Nice reaction.
Really no issues there. That being said, though, I am whittled down now. My health is, like I said, health is persistent, and as a support class, all I have is ammo now. So I need to go, if I want to keep living, I need to go find an assault class.
But your health is actually improving now, so are you actually getting healed by someone, or how's that?
I don't know, let me get up and look around, see if somebody dropped a med kit. I could be wrong, maybe in this version. It is possible in this version that you do slowly regenerate over time.
Okay.
Where is that coming from?
For people wondering, right now you are watching the 360 version of Battlefield 3 on the screen. I will try my best to keep you guys up to date when we switch consoles. So you guys, if you are very picky and wanting to see which version is which, right now you guys are watching the 360 version.
Oh, and they're on the left.
And right now is the PS3 version of the game. So you get a little treat of both. We'll try our best to swap as often as we can to give you guys a nice little taste of what's in store for both versions of the game.
So down there you are seeing support class with the bipod.
Just when I thought I could get cocky.
Yeah.
And back to 360. And again, if you didn't hear me earlier mentioning, we cannot show the PC version of the game because Origin considers the game not out, so we have to wait until midnight, I think probably midnight Eastern, before we'll be able to, showcase that in any capacity.
Looks like my team is controlling this area pretty well. Their team is mostly down at C. So now that they've captured C, they're definitely going to be coming up in these directions.
And you're getting yourself ready. Now in multiplayer, can you only play as either Russian or American forces, or are there other groups available? Do you know?
Yeah, just Russian and American.
Just Russian and American?
I read some interesting articles about how people are. We're back to fighting Russians again because it was a simpler time with a well-defined enemy. People are pining for a good old regular bad guy. I thought I did see some things about character customization. I'll have to go back and confirm that.
Okay.
So I don't know. The nationality of the force you're fighting doesn't matter quite as much as whether you can pimp your guy out in something crazy.
And now I haven't seen you using it too. Okay, actually, perfect. I was about to ask that. Grenades. Can you cook them?
So far, we have not been able to cook grenades.
Okay. And I've also been, someone's asking about the bouncing of grenades. Has that been a bit improved since the beta?
I'm not aware of what particular issue they were talking about, whether was it that grenades would just keep bouncing.
I guess maybe just reaction, the grenade, when you like throw it against the wall, how it reacts, contact with the wall. Does it bounce realistically as it should? Or
I'll tell you what, when I come in right now, I'll do that. Particularly since I'm support class and I have pretty much an unlimited amount of grenades. Let me hop in with one of my teammates. So you're looking for, so friendly fire is on when it comes to grenades, so you gotta be careful. Let me find a nice, well-lit wall. Yep. The correct answer was go prone. If you notice the N7 dog tags this guy has, so there's customizable dog tags and they are not limited to Battlefield 3.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry about that with the grenades.
We'll try to do the grenades in the next mission.
Couldn't do that because we won. Too busy winning.
Now, actually, I have a question. Do you know why are there characters on your team that are highlighted in green? Is there a reason for that?
So I can't answer that specifically. I do know that there are squad leaders. On occasion, it'll be like, you are squad leader. And as a squad leader, I believe that you get points for aiming at objectives and hitting on the 360 at your back. It's your spotting button.
Okay.
And again, your guy will call out, attack that objective or kill that guy. And then if your team does it, everybody gets more points.
Now you're watching the PS3 version. Ryan, how do you feel when you're as a passenger on the helicopter? What are your thoughts on that?
It's a pretty cool feature, since they rolled it out. I don't remember where they started that, whether it was in Battlefield Vietnam or whether it became more of a thing with Bad Company.
Cool.
But it's always a lot of fun to ride around a helicopter. I don't know yet whether an engineer can repair a helicopter in flight like you could in the last game, but...
I thought I saw in the trailer, I haven't done it yet, but in the trailer I swear I saw a guy riding in the rear position of a helicopter using the blowtorch to repair it.
Perhaps that's maybe an unlockable skill that you earn as you play.
Well, the blowtorch is standard. Oops.
Okay, I got some clarity in terms of the grenade issue in the beta, is that grenades, when you threw them, didn't bounce.
Okay.
So when you have a chance...
I will, starting this match off, I will sacrifice team momentum, and I will throw a grenade at the wall, and then I will throw a grenade at the ground, and we can see what happens.
Okay, just wait until your guys are out of that corridor so you don't kill them.
Okay. So here's a nice wall.
Okay.
So, boink. Oop, I gotta be careful because that will kill me.
Oh, and it took out the ammo box.
Oh, wow, okay. So that totally bounced off of a wall, so I'm not sure what the actual question was, but yes, it bounced.
They're saying that apparently that it just didn't bounce at all in the beta.
And then here's the ground.
Okay, that didn't really, there wasn't much travel there. It just hit the ground and stopped. So I think that's what they were probably mentioning.
Okay, but actually in terms of usefulness, ooh, getting a little bit of lag here. In terms of usefulness, let me get one more Down. In terms of usefulness, like bouncing it around a corner, I think it does that. So, yeah, yoink.
Yeah, that's what you want it to do.
So that's the best use of a bouncing grenade, is like that around a corner. So hopefully that covered all of your questions.
Answered what everyone was wondering about.
On grenade bouncing. And now hopefully my team is doing good things. You're definitely at a slight disadvantage if you don't have scopes. And I'm not even talking about the ACOG. I mean the, wow, that guy's like somewhere up top. Okay, I had my bipod deployed so there was no recoil when I was shooting, which is nice. You're definitely at a disadvantage, and I would say it's not with the ACOG scope, it's more with like the hollow scopes, the hollow sight scopes, because they just aim so much faster, and they don't obscure your vision. Okay, so now we're gonna have to try and capture this point without their team running up on us. Assuming they're gonna come from here. So there were more of us here, which means you capture the flag faster. Watch out for guys inside buildings with shotguns. They're super deadly.
Now, having played both the PC version multiplayer and the console multiplayer, do you find, is there any differences in how the maps are structured, any noticeable differences? Especially since you're only playing with 24 players for the consoles, but you can play up to 64 on PC.
We never got up to the full 64 players in a match.
Oh, really?
I think it's kind of a personal preference, honestly. I'm not somebody who thinks that more players equals more fun. I just, from a personal standpoint, I like having more impact on the match. And I feel like when there's a lot of people playing, no matter how many guys you kill, there's 10 guys behind him.
Now, Ryan, same question. Do you have a personal preference? Do you prefer to play with more people, or do you like smaller maps, 12 on 12?
I tend to like the larger maps, I think.
Okay.
But it depends on how they're laid out too. It can be really frustrating if you're spending all day running around and then you just get killed at the end of a long run.
Now, are you more of a console shooter fan or a PC shooter fan?
Definitely console.
Okay.
I mean, I played the originals on PC, but since then I definitely moved over to the console. Especially like the Xbox for the sort of the rumble you get, the kick from the gun is really cool.
Now, Ryan, you are playing on the PS3 version of the game.
Yes.
How do you feel playing with it? I'm assuming since you just mentioned now that you're more of an Xbox gamer, having a hard time with the controls, used to the controls, what are your
it's
thoughts?
a little awkward. I mean, the layout is mostly the same. They're just blowing up my own guy, that's awesome. They're mostly similar. And you can pretty much pick up any of them, I think. If you know one, you can pick up the other pretty well.
Okay, cool.
Just having one or two buttons reversed does mean you make the occasional mistake, like throwing a grenade when you mean to reload or something like that. Happens every once in a while.
That's bound to happen.
Wow, there's a tank here. I did not know there were tanks on this map. So, yeah, problem with being support right now is I can't do anything about that. can keep spotting him. If I had later level unlocks, I would have C4 and I could run up and take care of that tank. But
for now, you have to.
for now, it's not really even worth trying because it'll just basically get me killed. I don't really have any weapon capable of taking on that tank right now. Oh, but now he's moving on. Could go. Oh, backing up. Can't take care of the guys behind him though. That worked out well. Yeah, I mean, that's a decent anti-tank tactic is don't even take on the tank, and when he leaves, because they move slowly, then take objectives.
Now, is that the flashlight issue people were talking about earlier?
That is, but if I was somebody who had a faster weapon there, then you just shoot center mass on the flashlight and the dude's right there.
I kind of do agree with you though. It seems like it's pointless to have that feature on in an outdoor map because it does attract, it puts attention to you. Yes, it does also suck that they can use it to blind you, but you're putting yourself out there in the open. Now, do you know if there is a hardcore mode in BF3?
I thought that there was. I can't give you 100% certainty. I do remember hearing about that, but okay. Maybe we can get some clarification in the back.
Ooh.
Let me switch over to assault class and I'll start dropping health packs. Okay, so I spent a lot of time with engineer and support. So this is the assault class. Have my med pack here. Have not unlocked the shock paddles yet. That's a little ways down the line.
All units, we've lost the objective.
Here, guys, right now on the screen is the PS3 version.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a little cautious here because I'm out of rockets and there's a tank over here.
What class are you playing as right now, Ryan?
I'm playing as the engineer.
Engineer? Okay.
And I disabled one of these tanks a little bit earlier, but then they got back in and repaired it.
Ah.
Guy came after me and I blew him up with my last rocket.
Nice.
That ticking sound you're hearing down there, see if he's not capturing a point, sometimes it denotes
so
that
dead.
there's an enemy force or an enemy near you.
So
So you guys are vying for control and it just doesn't
Yeah.
change anything.
Okay, yeah, just got my first kill as an assault. Drop in health packs. Okay, that was a rocket. Probably an engineer. There's a lot of engineers who will go for that rocket kill. Oh, there's a guy
Whoa,
up there, but I
course
can't get to
language.
him. Ah, can't get to him. So see that? Sections of the building being destroyed. Oh.
So I inadvertently spawned on my deployment, but it does show you how big these areas are.
Now, because you're stuck on the aircraft carrier, what's your way of getting off? Do you have to swim to shore?
Yeah, I spawned in a bay that should have had boats in it, I think, but there was none there. And I'm hoping to get to the deck somehow because there should be some helicopters.
There's behind you. There should be a ladder. Oh, right there. Yeah, it's a ladder.
Okay, cool.
Great job. The objective has been taken.
No. Well, this
Maybe
is
it's
a
on the other
classic
side.
Battlefield moment right here.
One will respawn momentarily.
Objective has
Be
been
patient.
neutralized.
You gotta sing theme music while you're running.
Oh.
Yes, many a Battlefield games has this happened. The aircraft carrier deployment, where you have to start thinking, am I going to just try to swim to shore?
I'm surprised something hasn't spawned by now.
Yeah, you'd think so. It looks like there's a boat below me, looking at my mini-map there.
You just gotta
That's
jump
it.
off.
Oh, there we go. Of course, I am going to probably crash this.
Well, just jump out before you crash.
You can totally just step off if you time it right.
Now, have either of you two played the Burnout or Bernie's Peak mission? Or whatever, there's
I have, yeah.
Oh,
Have you?
My favorite thing to do on that, which I have not necessarily done successfully, is when the attackers. So when the attackers get to a certain point, they jump off. They base jump off of
Yes,
the
yes.
giant peak, which is ridiculous to watch. It's like super fun. Somebody is here. It is a lot of fun to watch, but what's even more fun is to try and grab a shotgun and skeet shoot attackers.
I remember when I was at the Battlefield event a couple of weeks ago, we were actually playing that map, and just base jumping down was such enjoyable. But you are essentially an easy target for the foes down below. They can just pick you off easily.
We have taken the objective. We have taken the objective.
whoa.
So I just crawl murdered some fools. They're probably just right out of here. Is that a guy? Yeah, that's
No, that's just fan.
shoot first, ask questions later.
Oh, there you
die. No, die.
Got him, nice.
Looks like I cannot get it from here. Okay, so that was a flashlight guy, and I just killed him because he had a flashlight. He was kind of in a dark area, and I was in a light area, so I should have lost that. But because he had his flashlight on, I could see exactly where he was. See if I can get a knife on somebody. Oh, they got a tank again. Lovely.
I have an open question to either of you, Ryan or Aaron. Do you guys know how many maps are actually available in the game?
Isn't it 9?
I think it's 9. And
Yeah.
then they've got that expansion pack down the road.
Yes, there is. For those people who buy the game early, they get that back to Karkand, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karkand maps later on. I don't know
Which
when
has a
that
bunch
actually
of
comes
just
available.
great classic maps. For people who haven't played it, it'll be an introduction to some of the legacy of the Battlefield series.
Nice. All right, so 9 maps, people, if you're asking. 9 maps, and then more to be available later.
Where is this guy?
Oh, I'm out of ammo. So I'm attacker and I'm out of ammo. Because attackers no longer have
The ammo drops.
the ammo drops.
Now, is there an easy way to call for like assistance from teammates? Hey, I need ammo. Hey, I need.
Yes,
Health.
as usual, it's a select button.
Okay.
I can't see because I just got suppressed.
Okay, I see it now on the screen. Request healing.
Look at this guy.
Oh.
See, as the attacker again, I was out of ammo. I mean, sorry, not as the attacker, as the assault class. I was out of ammo.
And they just must be spawning on each other over here.
The objective. We have taken the objective.
Now, Ryan, do you have a vehicle of preference?
Oh crap. I like the. I tend to like the tank a little bit more. Although the Bradley is pretty good, and at least in Bad Company 2, I haven't run into one yet here. And I've definitely never been much of a pilot.
Again, there's not that big of a difference right now between these classes because I haven't unlocked kind of their main advantages. With the assault, that's the shock paddles.
All units, we have taken the objective. We have taken the objective.
This guy was in the bushes over here. There it is. And now I can heal myself, which is kind of nice.
The objective.
I know what I'm about to ask is going to be very difficult for either of you guys. If there's a chance to kill someone with a knife, can you try that out?
Definitely. I was able to do it a whole lot in the beta, so.
Here, I might get it right here.
Oh, you got you
almost.
instead.
I was trying to drop on that guy and get a knife. The forward slashing knife is not that strong in this game. I think it takes 2 hits to get a guy, and most of the time you will not make it. The only time to use the knife is from behind. And the disadvantage is the animation is more satisfying but longer.
The objective has been lost.
Oh, looks like we got the tank. And because it's longer, there's a greater opportunity for you to get shot
Oh, okay.
while that's happening. Apparently he does not want to drive.
So you decided just to shoot at him?
Yeah, in Battlefield, it's not impolite to shoot at people on your team to let them know they need to get a move on. You know, typically the equivalent of hitchhiking is you shoot whatever vehicle that they're on with a pistol. And that says, I need a ride. Alright, hold steady for a second. I got some killing to do. So it would not be smart for this guy to shoot at me right now. Oh. So see the muzzle flashes? Uh-oh. Bad things. So we're not going to make this because we're getting shot from behind and my tank driver is not turning around. Your tank is much more vulnerable from the back. I'm going to do as much damage as I can to this thing, though. Oh, looks like one of our engineers is sneaking up behind them and disassembling them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but you got killed as well.
All right, so we still have the knife kill requests. It's very situational. You kind of just have to get lucky and flank somebody.
But it's so satisfying when you're able to do it. Not when you get it done, when it's done to you, though.
Although, spawned in a bad place.
Oh, that's horrible.
That was my fault. I should have looked at my teammate and what he was going through before I joined him.
You just got it killed again. Oh, we're not watching you, though, so people didn't see you get spawn killed.
It's not actually getting spawn camped because
Was it you just timed your
I watched
spawning?
him getting shot at and decided to go for it anyway. Yeah, so after this match, I'm gonna see if I can get over into a rush match.
I'm surprised you could spawn on your teammate when they're in combat. I know a lot of games like Uncharted, they refrain you from doing that. If your character's in combat, you just can't spawn by them.
Yeah, this game lets you do that if you want to. It's not advised. Oop, I saw that guy running. Maybe I can catch up and knife him. All right, it's a long shot. He probably knows I'm coming, but here we go.
Come on, come on, come on. There we go, people.
There
you
it
asked
is.
for it, we gave it to you. Don't say we don't do things for you guys. Look at that.
And if they're actually on the ground, like going prone, you will flip them over and knife them, which is kind of satisfying.
Wow, I'd like to see that. That is not a request. I'm not requesting it.
They seem to be really good at holding this area. I wonder if I can get into these. I don't actually know where I am right now. Okay. I am underneath a whole bunch of rubble that I've just backed myself into. Right, apparently there's an interior here where these guys are all shooting from, so
It's got to be inside the building. To your right.
if I survive it. Oh, I can't quite get an angle on it.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You guys won.
I'm gonna hop out and see if I can get into rush mode.
And while you do that, we'll watch Ryan on the PS3.
Yeah.
Have either of you two guys been able to unlock the shock paddles yet, or?
I didn't.
I'm getting close on this one, but
Okay. When you guys have a chance, let me know what your thoughts of it are, because some people are asking about have the paddles been fixed since the beta.
Maybe in terms of registering.
Well, just there's what I'm being told is about some of the problems with the hitbox.
Yeah, I've seen that. I saw that in the beta. Sometimes that's also that person has expired, or that they also have the option of refusing your revive.
Okay.
So that could have also happened. I have not done it yet, but in Bad Company, I know. Oh, we're on the peak, so I'm gonna actually stay in this match.
Okay. When we get the chance, we'll switch over to Aaron on the 360 so you guys can see some of the base jumping.
It's after the first area. Used to love killing people with the shock paddles in Bad Company 2. So satisfying. Particularly if you were getting some sniper who was all the way at the back of the map and you took 5 minutes to get there. The ultimate insult was a shock paddle to the sniper. Oh, this is the peak, but it's on Conquest, so it's inside of a tunnel. So I'm gonna hop out and try and get into rush mode if they have them available right now.
All right, there we go.
Nice. So Ryan, if you have a chance to use it, please do.
Oh, maybe this is.
Hello. Which
Yeah, let me
is
hop
it?
out of
What
this.
do I? Which one?
We have a question, how many weapons in the game?
Yep.
I literally have a 3-page sheet.
Wow, 3 pages worth of. Well, that's just weapon details.
That's
so.
like weapons and mods and tanks. Yeah, like the sheet that I was handed with everything in the game was small print, single space, 3 pages. So I can't give you a specific answer, but it's a lot. But again, it's to your advantage to stick with a weapon you're good at for a long period of time and unlock all the modifications rather than just hop to the next weapon, because DICE has always balanced their weapons so that the next weapon you unlock is not necessarily better, it's just balanced differently. Okay, so we are looking for a rush match. Here we go, operate. No, they're only doing on Metro. Well, let's see if it switches afterwards. These are, okay, so I'm confirmed that these are 24-player matches.
Yep.
Although actually we're looking at a rush one and it only has 6 people in it, so we may have to hold off on that.
Now, how many mode types are there? Is it just Conquest and Rush, or are there others?
We just had this question earlier. There's, I believe it's called, what is it, Squad Deathmatch?
Okay.
Rush Conquest, and can't remember if there's also a team deathmatch. Okay, so it looks like unfortunately we can't do Rush right now. There just isn't a high enough population. We're getting into a 24-player match on Conquest at Damban Peak.
Yeah, that's the base jumping one.
Yeah, but you
Damban.
can't base jump in Conquest.
Really?
Only in Rush mode.
Oh.
The peak in Conquest mode is like a tunnel. It's just a very linear corridor. Again, the general population is not playing these games right now. Oh.
At least not yet. It is only like 5 o'clock here on the West Coast, so 4 more hours for East Coasters.
Wow, that is a high-level engineer. That guy must have been playing for a while. So we're still playing as Assault. I'm gonna see if I can unlock. That is the general signal for I'd like to hitchhike. Apparently he was not paying attention.
There's no space for you, I'm sorry.
Hopefully I can get the shock paddles unlocked shortly here. There are giant dump trucks parked in this level.
Oh, wow.
Great work, great work. Come on, we gotta keep it up.
It's a good spot to drop like a health pack or something.
That copter's flying really low.
Yeah, if they're good. I saw footage of that copter in the tunnel at one point.
Oh, really?
Somebody was apparently a good enough pilot to do that.
All units, all units.
Actually, you have to be really careful getting near burning vehicles. Yeah, I'll hop in the turret. When burning vehicles explode, they do pretty good splash damage. Oh, someone's disassembling us. Maybe. Yep, someone's definitely disassembling this tank. Oh, and he was behind us.
Ouch.
A good pro tip on Battlefield is that you almost always pop out, I think you always pop out on the left side of vehicles. So if you are driving a vehicle and you feel like getting out, make sure the right side is facing enemy forces. That can save you quite a lot of dying. Wow, I am all up on top of this giant dump truck.
I don't want to die on this watch.
Oof.
So that laser actually does make him more accurate.
Understandably so.
And again, if I'm assault class and I've unlocked a scope for this weapon, as soon as I switch sides, I have to also unlock the same scope for the equivalent on the Russian side.
Oh, so it works that way. So you have to unlock. It's not based on classes. It's based on class plus factions.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. I'm surprised.
Let's go with a little bit cooler gun. Okay.
We've neutralized the objective.
Yeah, so I'll be honest, that creates some sort of redundancy, because you'll have leveled up a weapon really high and then you'll switch over to the opposite side, and you have to spend an equal amount of time leveling up the equivalent weapon. Is that a helicopter? Oh, that is a guy. Yeah.
Oh, he saved you. Nice.
Good job, man. There's the helicopter.
Wow.
So if they're smart, they can use the helicopter as a mobile spawn point.
Are you gonna shot it up? Heal, heal, heal.
Yep, that's because there's a tank.
Oh, wow. That was a lose-lose battle for you.
This is kind of why my preferred class is engineer, because I can always, there's no situation that I can't do something about. Let me pop over and take care of this tank, and then we'll come back. Work on those shock battles. So this is not good for my team. We are pushed back all the way to our flag. Oh, looks like somebody took care of it. So again, you know, lighting tactics are play into, or lighting effects play into your tactics in this game. You'll see muzzle flashes from dark areas indicating where people are shooting at you from.
Okay.
And later on, they can unlock flash suppressors. So I was given the option there to revive, which I took. Sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh. Some of these guys, for a game that's only been out for a couple of hours, seem to have leveled pretty high. So I'm wondering if maybe there weren't certain people who had experience carryover. May not have been the beta testers, maybe it was actual devs themselves, I'm not sure.
That is quite possible.
But that, like that G36 like I was sporting was a pretty high level engineer unlock.
But don't forget, we are probably playing with people on the East Coast, and they did have definitely a 3-hour head start.
So that peak right there is the one that you jump off.
Oh, is it? Okay.
If you see a helicopter go down, by the way, there's almost always
Going to be passing.
a
Yeah.
pilot who jumped out at the last second. Oh. I might get another knife kill in. Oh.
Come on, get him. Get him. Oh, people didn't get to see that when we switched to the PS3 version. Oh, they missed out on a very beautiful knife kill.
But again, long animation time, and somebody killed me right afterwards.
Well, they didn't see that, so you didn't have to tell that. Come on.
Yeah.
So your match is done there, Ryan, and we're now, both matches are right now in transition,
Yes,
so.
we were soundly beaten.
If you want to flip over to my
Although
side
I went
quick.
positive on KD that time, which is probably my first since I sat down here.
Oh, wow, cool.
Oh, got the defibs unlocked.
Yep.
Cool. So we're actually pretty close to defibs too. So we'll see if we can get those unlocked and use them on some people.
I'll shout out if I have a chance.
Oh, sorry, we missed a question. What map and consoles we're on?
Well, right now we're not doing any maps. That actually popped up just as both of you guys, timed your completions.
The one that we were on was Donvan Peak.
Damvan Peak, something.
But it was on Conquest, so you go under the mountain. But if it's on Rush, you go over the mountain. So I'm going to go back out and see if maybe there's more people in Rush mode.
Okay.
It's interesting. You don't play the same map twice in a row as you did on different sides as you did before.
Oh, really? You've actually repeated same maps over and over again?
Yeah, it used to be that you would just switch sides and then play the same map again.
So you switch sides and do the same map on rush mode.
Oh, okay.
You still do it on Rush?
On Conquest, I think you do switch sometimes. So I'm going to a server browser. As you can see, I think we had a question earlier about custom servers.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a lot more people playing Rush right now. Firestorm, Grand Bazaar. Let's go Firestorm on Rush. So hopefully we may get a chance to get to Donovan Peak on Rush.
Okay.
If we do, then you'll get to see a pretty sweet base jump. And if we're on defense, I promise I'll grab a shotgun and do my best to skeet shoot enemy forces out of the sky. Although I will say it's not easy to do, and shotguns have a very short range without upgraded ammo. So we've been doing Conquest the entire time. I think we're finally getting into some rush mode.
And just a quick reminder, once again, we are now watching Aaron play Rush, Operation Firestorm on the 360. Apologize.
Right now I'm holding down the left analog stick and boosting my tank. Oh, he is right there. Hello. Wow, that didn't turn out so well.
He came from behind. Wow.
Looks like I'm currently not in a squad. Yep, tank. Alright, I'm gonna be more careful and actually figure out where the tank is this time. So see up in the upper left, it just said attack base objectives. That was probably a squad leader.
Okay.
So let's figure out where this tank went that was causing so much trouble. Yep, there it is. So that's interesting. That wasn't a tactically smart decision. While they were busy taking on the tank that we had, the rest of the team got in behind them and armed the crates. And tanks not being super fast, they just got flanked. All right. Oh, he's still there. Lovely. Oh, you know, I think I just hit.
Oh, wow, what happened there?
I don't know if that was an anti-tank mine. I don't see a tank out here.
You are on no health. Okay, you
Nope.
do actually regain health, but
That was a tank.
thinking going to Rush.
All right, so looks like we're going to wrap up our coverage of Battlefield 3 multiplayer.
Yeah, well, you've been playing for a good 3 hours or so I think you would like a little break, I think. But just to remind everybody that this is not the end of our Battlefield coverage for this evening. Come back at around 11:30, 11:45 Pacific time, so about close to 3 a.m. on the East Coast, in Europe around 8 a.m., Asia, 4 in the afternoon. Come back on. We're going to have Miss Kelly, so Miss Violence, from our show Battlefield 3, The Controller. She'll be in the studio. I think she'll be with me sitting here. She'll be playing a little bit of the game. Homer and Ryan are going to be at the Powell Street GameStop. So if you're in San Francisco and hitting up the midnight launch there, they'll be there. They'll probably be giving away stuff. They'll be chatting with people, chilling with people. Harass him if you want. Homer loves to talk to everyone. He loves to talk, so give him a reason to talk. So again, just be sure if you want more coverage of Battlefield 3, if you want to play with us at midnight tonight, be sure to check up on the site. We'll have all the details then. And until then, we'll see you guys all later.
See you guys.